In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Won't be trice. Real name, no gimmicks.
Who are you?
He had a voice that could make a wolverine purr.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Wait a minute. I know you.
You got a name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
I know that, dude.
He's a modern-day Yoda.
I'm your huckleberry. Allow myself to introduce myself.
Greetings and salutations.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
That boy is good.
Mm-hmm. Good and terrible.
Well, I have a microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
This is the Mike Rutherford Show on the Big X.
Sportos, motorheads, geek bloods, wastoids, dweebies, they all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
The Mike Rutherford Show, presented by United Mechanical, your trusted partner for commercial and industrial HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and refrigeration. Call United Mechanical at 502-339-1133.
Well, I'll stand up next to a mountain. I'm chopping down to the edge of my head.
All right. Welcome in, everybody. It is Monday, August 10th. This is the Mike Rutherford Show. We're coming to you live from the world-famous University of Louisville College of Business Studios here in the heart of steamy Louisville, Kentucky. Cards fans, you can take your career tonight with an MBA from the University of Louisville. The full-time MBA is an innovative 12-month program that accelerates your career trajectory with convenient in-person evening classes. Competitive 11-month paid internship opportunities provide you with valuable industry experience. This is the MBA that pays. Get started today, and you can earn a degree in just 1 year and feel like you're being paid to do so in the process. Visit business.louisville.edu to learn more. We're on the air today from 2:36 until 5:30 here on 1450 AM, 96.1 FM. We're streaming across the land, including on the Thornton's Big X Sports Radio Louisville YouTube stream. We are airing live on WBNH Channel 21. You know us better as the Big X. Mike Rutherford, Trevor Kelsey, with you on a Monday edition of the show. Football's basically here. We're excited. We're celebrating. It's football time, but not really, but probably, but maybe. We got practice notes to get after. We got some quotes to talk about. We've got some other things going on in the world of sports. Some that are exciting, some that are not so exciting. We've got more madness in the overall college sports landscape. What does it mean for potential fifth-year players that could be added in football or basketball? We got that. We got the Gameday Men's Health text line already popping at 502-414-1450. You can also chat on the Thornton's Big X Sports Radio Louisville YouTube stream. Lots to get to, lots to talk about, lots of fun to be had as we get ready for the first full week of school for some JCPS students, the first week of school period for some Catholic school kids. I got my daughter starting tomorrow. John's Meet the Teacher is tomorrow, and then his first day is Wednesday. All sorts of stuff happening in the city of Louisville. Thank God that it's like 99 degrees with a heat index of like 185. That's wonderful. Perfect week for it to be just ungodly hot, whatever. Beggars can't be choosers. TK in the house. Give him a follow on Twitter at Trevor Kelsey. How we feeling as we kick off this second full week of the month of August?
Not too bad.
Okay.
Not too shabby.
Cars working okay? No wrecks? No thefts?
Well, I mean, no cars still. It's in the shop.
Sorry.
They said they were going to hopefully have a chance to look at it Monday, Monday being today, but not heard from them yet. So had to get dropped off. Mom's got a soccer game at Mail tonight, so she drops me off here today. She'll pick me up around 8 or so tonight. I'll be up here. I'll be hanging out.
I watched the highlights of the football scrimmage where your mom was at. They look good. Looking good.
Are you talking about the game or her?
Both.
Okay, good. So Friday I had to hang out here for a couple hours after the show, and then she had to pick me up on the way home, and then tonight I'll be doing the same. But I'm a little disappointed. I walked out there and I saw the picnic tables are gone, so I don't know where I'm going to sit after.
I was going to say the in memoriam Trevor Kelsey picnic tables.
Yeah, they've been moved.
The only person I've seen sit at those tables in 5 years is you,
really?
I believe, and they have now been put up, which is just incredibly sad news. Everything's changing around here. The playground got torn down.
They're repaving.
They're repaving stuff. We can't park here the next couple of days. we may be moving studios again. Who the hell knows what's going on here? But it's yet another wave of change for Big X Nation.
Also,
here.
I can't help but feel like the text that told us after the paving is done to all park across the fence and no longer like in the middle area.
It was 100% directed at you.
Okay, so it wasn't just me that felt that, right? Okay,
you are the only person that would park right next to the door.
Well, to be fair, I'm
clearly a fire hazard. Keep in mind, you didn't work here for like 2.5 years. Nobody else pulled that stunt, and then you come right back. Zero hesitation, just parking in a crowded parking lot right in front of the building, which is not a spot. Yeah,
well, there's no spots technically in the middle area anyway.
You have resigned all of us to being forced to park along the fence lines. It's 100% you.
I'd like to point out Trey parks closer to the door than I do when he's here. Okay, that's amazing. He parks like right in front of the window. I think he just climbs in from his door to the window.
Well, Trey still thinks he's too good for the radio side.
Well,
he still thinks he's big TV guy.
Yeah, that's a good point. He just comes in through here and goes to the back house. So I didn't know if that was me or not.
This is like the Office episode where they lose their parking access. People keep stealing their spots.
But I can't imagine no one else is going to park in that area because you act like I'm the only car that parks in the middle area.
No, you're the only car that parks right next to the door.
Okay,
everybody parks in the middle area. This was not an issue until you started like literally taking a spot that didn't exist.
None of the spots exist. There's no lines in the middle.
There are faint lines in the middle.
And for the record, I'm taking the spot close to the door because it's the last spot. It's not like I'm parking with like gap between me and the next car. I'm usually next.
Well, there's a whole lot out there. You just would have to walk farther. You're like Kevin, where he's like, "I'll quit. So help me God, I will quit."
For some reason, when we have Jacob Polachek on the show, he parks by the dumpster at the end of the parking lot and walks.
He's just trying to get his steps in.
I asked him one day, I was like, "Why are you doing it?" He goes, "I don't want people to know I'm coming in here." Like, I just okay. I mean, just
what?
I guess
he's embarrassed.
That's Jake. If you met Jacob enough times, he can be he's a very wild and quirky guy. He's a funny dude, but he can be very quirky. And
I would still like a logical explanation for why he's choosing to walk literally 7 times farther than he has.
He parks right by. I don't know. This is great radio. Nobody knows what we're talking about.
I know.
But it's like in crossing a giant parking lot, and I'm not over exaggerating when I say giant.
Yeah.
It's a large parking lot.
This is a school.
I mean, from here, from the front door of our building to where he parks, that's a football field, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If not just short of one, maybe.
No question, it is.
Okay, so that gives you an idea how far he's walking. I mean, that's
definitely at least.
And it's not like there's like no spots anywhere closer. Not
there's
me.
a million spots.
Yeah, you park right in the front spot on the fence.
Usually, yeah.
Because you take the spot that I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank on the
Bill.
Not
Bill
Bill.
used to park there.
Bill parks there, and the gentleman who's here in the daytime parks there too.
Well, nobody else works here anymore. Apparently, we're literally the only people that are ever in the studio. So nobody parks anywhere anymore. It's just free for all. You still park right next to the door though, and block the school kids from being able to exit.
You're so bad.
You just walk out and just give 4-year-old kids walking out of school with their parents the bird. That's just exactly what you do every day. And now we have to park different places because of it.
So
welcome back.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, it's VIP parking, my friend. So
not anymore.
Eventful weekend for me.
Okay.
Friday I get home late, but that's okay. Saturday was an all-day shrinking marathon. Got through season 3. Didn't watch most of season 3. Had to take a break with the last 3 episodes left and saved them for Sunday. Watched a little Hall of Fame ceremony, 3 hours of it on Saturday night. Ladies, that's right. The line "Forget With Me" starts to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, because it was on Stars, I watched all 3 Hangovers back to back to back.
Just what are you doing?
Because it was on, and I was
what
like,
"What are you doing?"
I hadn't seen.
Why would you do this? You don't have to live like this. There are other things to watch.
I did watch the last 3 episodes of Shrinking.
Okay.
We discussed it. We both feel the season 3 took a step back.
I still enjoyed it.
I did.
I really liked I thought the first episode was great. It kind of quelled my fears a little bit, and then my fears were kind of realized in the middle portion of the season. And then I thought it was good at the end. Beginning was good, end was good. In the middle was kind of it was
going with the motions.
Going through the motions a little bit for sure. And I thought it was a little bit of a step back.
I do love our boy Derek's introduction to Pam in the first episode. He's like, "What do I say to her? How many times I got to tell her to eat a bleep?" Like he just does the thumb down, the raspberry.
Love Derek. I still enjoy the show. It just was in a show like that. You felt like it had to probably take a step back.
I know this is only between you and me, but the one thing that really kind of soured the whole season with me and has bugged me is the timeline thing. That they kind of insinuate in season 3 that all of season 2 and season 3 is all within a year.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot to go on in a year. Like, you've got, like, 3 people getting engaged and married, a baby's being born. I mean, that's a lot for 1 year to be done. Like, I don't think that timeline's right. It should be like 3 years since the mom has died.
I think 3 years would be.
And they insinuate it's only been like 2 years. 1 year when the show starts, and then the 1 year of the whole show.
How long would it take you if your wife died to start dating again?
Because that's where I get mad.
Going through this.
Because there's a point in season 3, I'm like, okay, Jimmy, the whining's getting old. But then it's like, okay, wait a minute. I sound like a bleep hole because it's only been 2 years.
It's been 2 years. I'm like, he's like back, like doing real world stuff. I would not be.
No,
I don't think I would at all.
Like, they're like, you can't use the dead mom card anymore. It's been 2 years.
I do love there's an old tweet where it's like, if I ever died, I would want my husband to get remarried fast, like super fast, like so fast that people were like, this is pretty messed up, and they start hating him and his new wife. I was like, that's
like have the honeymoon right after the funeral. I mean, that's pretty fast.
I can see my wife doing the same thing where she's like, no, I want you to get married so fast that people are like, what an a-hole, and they start hating you and this new girl. Like,
I mean, I think anybody would say they're probably not going to like move on, but you never know. Life is weird.
I would say
it comes at you fast. You never know what you're going to get.
I mean, I can't imagine ever moving on. I don't think I would, but you're right. I mean,
you never know.
You can never put yourself in those. I mean, my best friend, his mom unfortunately passed away from Alzheimer's way too early, and it was like his dad and his mom were high school sweethearts. So his dad had quite literally never dated anybody else, never done anything, like had not known any love besides his mom.
Yeah,
and I think we all were kind of wondering, and she had kind of in her late years when she was still cognizant had said, like, oh, I want you to date. You're like 60 years old. You've still got a whole life to live. And he has since gotten remarried. But I mean, I can't imagine how hard that would be. But I guess, like you said, you don't know what you would do until you're actually in that situation.
You don't even have to be looking for it. Maybe it'll just fall into your lap, so to speak. I mean, and you just meet somebody, and who knows how it's going to work out. You wouldn't get this, but for this last thing about shrinking that you wouldn't understand because you're not a How I Met Your Mother fan. But it's very weird seeing Marshall and Robin go at it and making out.
I didn't know they were in the show together.
Because I think they're like the only two in the show that never hook up.
Oh.
And so it just feels weird watching them making out. It's like when she said my ex-husband, not to be a spoiler, when she says her ex-husband in the show, I was so hoping it was going to be Barney.
Oh.
Like from How Much, like, or Ted, one of the like characters.
You do bring it up a lot.
It wasn't, but
there it is again.
But
good weekend, so
that's the last I'll bring it up. So good weekend. Now, how was the Rutherford group? How'd that go to this weekend?
We saw, man. It was
what wacky adventures did you all get into?
Basically, last weekend of summer. So we felt like we had to kind of go out there and do some stuff. We hit up Connecticut Kingdom on Saturday. Made an appearance at the Kingdom. The kids have been wanting to go for a while. They wanted to go to the splash pad. They wanted to go to, do the rides there.
Do they still have the Hurricane Bay?
They've got Hurricane Bay now. They have a new coaster out there. They got, we did. I'd never done the water park before, and I mean, it's just like.
Is it cool?
It's cool. It's gross with the kid stuff. Just like getting changed in like a tiny bathroom, and there's just the place was packed. It was so hot. No, I have no chance whatsoever.
It's okay, I accept it.
And you're like, this water kind of feels slimy, and it burns the eyes a little bit too much when it touches your face. Like the whole thing was just, we had a good time, but it was like, oh man,
I don't remember pool water supposed to burn.
It's not supposed to. I don't think.
Burn when it touches.
I fell back one time trying to get into the tube on the lazy river, and when I woke up, I was like, my eyes! Like I can't open these. I'm like, what's going? How much chlorine is in this thing? But
it's your hope. Let's say it's chlorine.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm hoping. Myself. I'm telling myself that it's just overly chlorinated. But it was an experience. It was fun. We had a good time. The kids really enjoyed it.
That's all that matters, right?
Virginia had her meet the teacher yesterday at school, so we went there
on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, she was very excited though. She knows the teacher because her cousin was in her class last year, so. She feels like she's already ahead of the curve. She's actually like super excited to go back to school, which I can comfortably say I never had that mentality. Even when I was that young, I was always dreading it. So we had that yesterday.
Does she know kids in her class already?
She does. Like,
okay, that's always good.
It's worked out really well. Like all of her closest friends.
That's good.
Like the friends she made in class last year, and then the friends that she already had that weren't in her class last year, they're like all in her class. So it's perfect. Like I said last week. Scott Radcliffe, former U of L wide receiver sensation, his daughter and my daughter have kind of become besties. and they're in the same class. And then Tim Doherty, who kicked at U of L, his daughter.
Celebrities stick with celebrities.
Celebrities just hanging out. Brett Saxton, coach at Trinity, new basketball coach. His kids are starting at the school this year. Saw him yesterday. Got a chance to talk with him. Feels like the band's getting back together. It's been great. So
I'm glad just because my 6th grade year was horrible for me because all my friends in 5th grade all went to Cameron, and I went to Westport.
You went to Westport, yeah.
I was the only one in my entire all my friends.
I never had to have this experience, but you're like the low man on the totem pole after being the big dog in 5th grade.
Yeah, and I didn't know anybody.
It's like being a freshman in high school. It's tough.
My neighbor went to Westport, but we were on different teams. I was on 6'1", I think he was like 6'2". They had 3 teams, so we had no class. So it was kind of, middle school was weird because I had to meet all new people, and which turned out to be good. I met in 7th grade a friend of mine who's still a friend of mine today.
It's good.
Probably one of my oldest friends, yeah.
Because I made the move in 5th, so I went to a new school a year earlier, but it wasn't the same thing where it was like all my friends were going to a different school. I just left to go to a school where I had.
So you had to meet new people. It's always.
We basically went there because I had other friends that were already there.
Oh well,
that I played sports with, and so like I knew a handful of people, but I still was like the new kid, and it was a school of kids that had been together for like almost all of them for 4 years, and that was tough. It's always tough starting a new school, but Virginia's excited. John is good. This is his last year in preschool, and then he'll do kindergarten next year, which will be. I mean, Mary, I don't know if she's going to be able to physically handle it. She's probably just going to get all the drugs for like a full year. I think to handle her little baby boy going off to big kid school.
Oh no!
But
doesn't cut that cord yet.
It's a year away. It's a year away. We cross that bridge when we get there, but. T's and P's to all the parents out there who sent their kids off to I think some Catholic schools started today. I think St. X and Trinity, the high schools. Why are you starting fall semester on a Monday?
You should start your school day out here on a Monday, right?
I feel like part of the deal with starting school so early was that you at least got like a Tuesday and a Wednesday to kick things off with a short week. I know JCPS did that last week, but apparently some schools were starting today. If that was you, hope everything's gone okay. Kiddos should be getting out right about now, so hopefully that's going all right. We'll be in that boat back tomorrow. And
I'm too glad I avoid all school traffic with my schedule now.
That is good for you.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's gonna be a little busy getting out of my neighborhood on even around 11 o'clock. But
I'm gonna text you pictures of Virginia getting ready for school tomorrow at like 7:45 in the morning. Just be like, hey, Trev, it's my daughter. She's going to school. First day of school. She's holding the sign. What do you think? Isn't she cute? Is she ready to go?
No, it's got to be right in front of the front door, right?
Oh, that's what we do.
Yeah, you got to the front door picture holding up the backpack. Like, I can't believe she's this years old now.
She wants a video message from Uncle Trevor telling her to have a great first day. Let's go. Let us know how you're feeling.
Got to stay off Facebook all week.
Yeah. So we've got some practice thoughts to get to from I wasn't able to make it out there on Saturday or this morning, but we've heard there are actual things happening that are noteworthy.
Okay.
And I think the most noteworthy thing currently happening with Louisville football, Trevor, is this. We got a new punter, baby.
Please say he's from Australia.
He's from Australia.
Aussie. Punt.
I like that. That was well done. Which, my favorite thing about the practice on Saturday, I feel like a hair in my nose or something. It's really bothering me.
You mean a mustache?
I know. People watching on the stream are like, is he coked out? Why does he keep rubbing his nose? There's like a hair that is driving me crazy.
Is it a pick, or are you just scratching the outside of the nose?
Like one of those where I feel like there's a hair stuck in there, and it's like tickling my mustache, and I don't like it. I cannot focus on anything else right now.
You need to blow your nose?
I think so. I'm dying here.
You do have like a coke thing going on.
I know. I keep like.
You look like if you sniffled, you'd be like George Carlin hosting Saturday Night Live over here.
That's why I felt like I had to acknowledge it at some point because people were watching. They're like, "What's he doing?"
I'm looking up. I don't look up and watch you as much as I probably should.
I never look at the stream, but
I have it right in front of me, so I can't help it. I mean,
there were people at the open practice on Saturday who were kind of like, "Dude, like, there's a punter just kind of booming it." We the punting on 2 days ago was not great. What the hell's going on here? And then we had my guy John Powell, aka Cardinal Strong. He does the whole Cardinal countdown post for us every single year, where every single day is if it's 93 days until kickoff, he breaks down who 93 on the roster is, or today was 27, so he's looking at the number 27s, so he knows the entire roster. And he's out there watching the team, and he's like, I don't know who the hell this guy is. He's like, I don't know if this is a walk-on that just wasn't on the original roster, but he looked pretty damn good. Turns out it is a new addition, Niall Hayes, who is from Australia. I don't know if he's like a 27-year-old freshman, if you're even allowed to have those, but he is technically a freshman. And what excited me the most out of all was that we let him, at least in practice, punt like a rugby punter. When we rolled him out to the right and do the running thing. Because we had the Australian punter, was it 3 or 4 years ago, that we made punt like a normal American punter, where he like stood back there and just like kicked normally, and he wasn't good.
Rugby punt, I think is what it's called, right?
Yeah, Mark Vassett was the name from 21-22. Like, I even started a hashtag, let Vassett be Vassett, and this was Satterfield. This was 21-20-22.
We were on the air together, I remember.
Yeah, we went, and he, we didn't let, these guys, they train a certain way, and they're all amazing at it. If you're going to bring in a rugby-style punter, let him kick rugby-style. And it looked like we're letting that happen with Niall Hayes. Now, there's no new kicker here, but we do have a new punter. Does this excite you about the season ahead? It's just say yes.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, from the fact I love his name, it just has he's got an awesome punter's name, or actually it sounds like a wrestler's name, because there's a wrestler named Nigel Hayes.
There's also a Wisconsin basketball player named Nigel Hayes.
Who scored a basket, may or may not have been at the shot clock. Who knows?
True. Oh, that's right. I forgot it was him.
That was it. Yeah, we were actually talking about that on KRC a little bit earlier. But yeah, that and the fact he's a Aussie punter. I mean, yeah, of course I'm excited.
Hell yeah!
Why wouldn't I be pumped?
Now because punting was a pretty extreme issue last season, and it didn't look like we were getting any better this year. We lost. Who was the kid 2 years ago? We lost Brady Hodges. Remember, in the middle of a bowl game, he was like, "Yeah, I'm not there. I didn't get paid." And because they were like, Brady Hodges is left in the middle of the game. He's like, I actually didn't go with the team because I didn't get my NIL. Jacob Baker is from Corbin, who's a junior. He hasn't really seen the field. Adam Winkenhofer is a redshirt sophomore.
11 a.m. for the Hoosier Report. Complete coverage of the Indiana Hoosiers, interviews with prominent figures in Kentuckiana sports, and discussion of other sports topics important to Southern Indiana. That's the Hoosier Report with Matt Dennison, weekdays at 11 a.m. on the home for the Hoosiers, 1450 WXVW.
Guns, gears, and great deals. Say it with me. Everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Shop SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, and more. Plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Check
officials. JV and freshman games are being rescheduled or canceled. Even varsity sports like softball and soccer are being impacted.
Without officials, student-athletes miss the opportunity to learn and grow. Schools don't get the chance to compete. Communities don't have a place to gather as one. That's why we need your help. I'm Brian Lewis, Assistant Commissioner of the IHSAA, and I oversee contest officials in Indiana.
And I'm Dion Smith. I've been officiating high school sports for the IHSA for over 17 years. Without officials, there are no high school sports, period.
Fans, this is it. It's your time to get off the bench and get in the game. Visit IHSAA.org and click Become an Official to get started.
Our Hoosier community needs you. Support high school sports in your community by becoming an official. Visit the IHSA.org and click Become an Official today.
Options. When it comes to insurance, that's exactly what you deserve. I'm Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, and I've been proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. As an independent agent, we work with auto owners insurance to find coverage that fits you, not the other way around. InsureMax delivers strength, service, and peace of mind through partners like Auto Owners Insurance. More choices, more options. Call me, Chad Hennessy, at 502-479-4085.
Honey Baked Ham in New Albany is the perfect spot for a healthy alternative to fast food. They provide a variety of freshly made sandwiches, as well as salads and delicious soups. And you can dine in or take it to go. They also have many dinner options such as ham, turkey, frozen sides, and desserts, which provide a complete meal. Catering is also available for small groups or large gatherings. Call Honey Baked Ham today, 812-941-9426, or visit them, 3602 North Gate Court, Suite 23 in New Albany.
Tracking for some showers and thunderstorms at times, mainly to the north of our area for today, which is good. Most of the region, though, will stay hot and dry in trade-off. High temperature of about 92. The heat index getting closer to the upper 90s. Tonight, very warm, upper 70s for lows. Tuesday, a better opportunity to get some of those gustier thunderstorms to drop down toward the Ohio River. For the Wave Storm Tracking Team, I'm Brian Good.
This is Dugan Ryan. I would love the opportunity to talk with you about how we can help grow your business and have your business's brand associated with Big X Sports Radio. Give me a call today at 812-725-1457.
This is Kentuckiana's only locally owned sports talk. The Big X, AM 1450 and 96.1 FM, WXVW Jeffersonville.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
See, this song makes me think about like stepping outside after the radio show's over and you're like, oh man, sea winds blowing in my face and just it's 83 and sunny instead of when I step outside, it's like, ah!
It's like putting your face in the lazy river at Kentucky Kingdom.
Yeah, pretty much, but not as refreshing. It's like some sort of death metal song. It is the more appropriate, like summer breeze, like bam,
mother.
I'm swimming through the air. Summer breeze makes you want to die.
I will say this: when I went outside for a second, like when you come in and I go outside, there was a nice breeze that hit for like about 17 seconds. And it was just, I almost wanted to walk in, just spit out the cigarette and like walk in right now because like I can't. It can't get any better than this.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible. 502-414-1450 is the Gameday Mens Health text line. The YouTube stream is also popping off right now. We'll get to you guys momentarily, but we have some things to talk about here.
What shirt are you wearing today, by the way?
This is I told you, when you get to the Disney shirts, that's when you know it's time for me to do laundry.
You're in laundry mode?
This is a Jack and Gus Locksmith Company t-shirt. Jack and Gus famously stealing keys and helping Cinderella out of her chamber back in the 1930s.
Is that what that's supposed to be a reference to?
Yes.
Okay, I had no idea.
Well, I wouldn't expect. I mean, I'd forgotten the primary story of Cinderella until the last 4 years.
Well, doesn't like the sisters like cut off their toes to try to get in the slipper and stuff like that?
That doesn't happen. There's no sort of appendage cutting off in Cinderella. They do try to like squeeze their fat feet into the shoes, but to my knowledge, there's no actual amputation
to get to fit it.
It's Cinderella. No, there's no cutting off of toes with butter knives in the story.
Well,
of
I didn't
Cinderella.
say a butter knife. I mean,
they are terrible though. Awful human beings.
Yeah.
If somebody did cut off their toes, I'd be for it. To be perfectly honest.
That's been a long time since I've seen Cinderella.
Before we get to I would hope so. Before we get to the Louisville practice notes.
What if I saw it last week?
Yeah, you're like, man, Anastasia and Drizella. Bees, man. I'm like, how
like we first started doing the show, and I went back and watched Little Mermaid.
You watched Little Mermaid, and then you also watched Frozen.
Well, now Frozen I'd never seen.
And you texted me that night. You're like, it's delightful. I was like,
no. Who's the bad guy in the movie?
Prince Hans. That dastardly Prince Hans. I
texted you like 2 in the morning. I'm like, Hans can suck it.
You were like, oh, that dastardly Prince Hans.
I watched both Frozen and Frozen 2 back to back. It was delightful.
I'm telling you.
But it was kind of weird when I watched Little Mermaid because at least Frozen I'd never seen, and I was like, I'll just watch it because you talk about it.
Yeah, I think there was also you had a friend in your car after that, and you had some playlist. It was just like
that was at White Castle,
and it was like a very aggressive song. And then it immediately transitioned to Do you want to build a snowman? And he's like, what the bleep is this?
I was singing Let It Go. I was in the drive-thru one night. Yeah.
All right, we get to Louisville football in a note, but just real quickly, it's been a rough 48 hours and really 41 years, honestly, for me as a Detroit Lions fan. But the first big piece of news that I did not like, we were over at my parents' yesterday, and the news broke that Teddy Bridgewater, who we had re-signed to be our backup quarterback this season, has retired for a second time. He's done. He's leaving the Lions. They brought in Josh Dobbs today.
Ugh.
But Teddy, in a perfect world, he doesn't play for the Lions this season because Jared Goff doesn't get hurt and he has a terrific year. But just having him a part of my favorite franchise was wonderful. If they do make another run in the playoffs, I would be 100% behind, like, doing what they did 2 years ago and just bringing him back on for the playoffs so he can maybe get a ring. But we've had bad news since then. Like, they announced, well, first, Teddy, a very solid pro career. It was always after that interview that injury in Minnesota going to be kind of a what-if pro career. He was coming off of a Pro Bowl appearance. He was being hyped as the centerpiece of the Vikings football franchise moving forward. They had a lot of good pieces around him. He was looking really good, and then was never really the same.
That
post-injury.
You remember that also coincided with Peterson's suspension for the sticking thing with the kid.
Right? Yeah.
It was like every. I mean, he was a perfect match to the Peterson style offense that they ran.
He still had some good moments over the decade that followed, but never got a chance to really realize that full potential. I assume he'll go back into high school coaching, which was what he was going to be doing until that stupid-ass school in Dade County, Miami Northwestern, fired him for things that are now completely legal because of a rule that was named Teddy's rule, where, like, hey, yeah, if kids want to go to camp and they don't have transportation or water, the coach should be able to provide that if he has the means, and that's now exactly what's going to happen.
It's kind of cool we have a rule named after one of our quarterbacks.
Yeah, Florida doing something right down there. He was off to a great start. I think there was a lot of talk about him potentially getting a coordinator job at the college level. We'll see if he wants to go back to the Miami area and do more high school coaching, or if he wants to jump in with a college program. My guess is at some point he's going to make the jump to the bigger leagues and take a bigger job on. But best of luck to him moving forward. What stands out real quickly when you think about Teddy at Louisville, what he meant to the program at that time? What are your – because, I mean, he is arguably the most popular Louisville football player of all time. I think
it's debatable, yeah.
I mean, I think Lamar obviously has a huge following, and he's been the more successful pro. But I mean, how many times do you hear Teddy get referred to as the greatest human being of all time? I do it all the time. I mean, just beloved for what he meant to this program and how he continues to give back. I mean, he was a huge, huge deal when you look at where Louisville football was then and where they've been able to get to over the past 15 years.
No, I mean, I agree. I think it's argumentative that if someone that's their favorite player, I'm not gonna like put my nose up to him in any way. It makes sense. He's not my favorite, but he's probably my top. I mean, maybe 5, I would say, of all-time favorite. Definitely in there. And his career, like you said, his career level should be remembered for the greatness. You said second time retired. You mean second time he retired with the Lions?
Well, he retired from football.
Didn't he retire twice already with the Lions alone?
I think this is the second time period.
I mean, this has got like a snip, snap effect.
Well, the only reason he came back was because he got fired as a coach. And so, like, he was like, well, it's too late. They fired him right before the start of the season 2 years ago.
But he's now retiring. He can't be a coach somewhere now. I mean, the season's already begun.
Well, I know, but I mean, I'm sure he could go help out somewhere. I'm sure somebody would add him to their staff as sort of a consultant or something like that. But he got fired right before the start of the season, and the Bucs were like, hell yeah, we'll take you on as a backup. And so, I mean, what a great backup plan to have if you get fired from coach. It's like if I get fired from coach, I'll just go be a millionaire backup quarterback for another couple of years.
I don't know if this is a compliment or if it can be considered an insult, whichever way you want to take it. It's fine with you. But, like, and you talk about, like, backup quarterbacks in the NFL, I would be willing to put money on Teddy being one of your probably top 5. Like, because he's a guy that if you need him to start maybe a game or two, he could probably do it. He's a good manager. He doesn't make stupid decisions. He's not going to win you a game.
I mean, great with the Saints in that role.
I mean,
that 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, he can. Now, if you're asking him to play a full season, that's not why he's a starter. He's a backup.
Agreed.
But sometimes you ask him that maybe you have to play too much. But as a backup, I don't think there's too many more better than Teddy. I mean, what I know Teddy can do as a starter or when he's in out.
Kind of feels like you're rubbing it in as a Lions fan who was hoping to see him there.
And
then I wake up this morning and see that Cade Mays, the new starting center for the Lions, is out for basically like 5 months with this broken wrist. So that sucks. And then on top of it, before they announced the Josh Dobbs news, they released a list of players that are working out for the Lions today, and there's only one quarterback. And it's Jack Plummer. And I was like, you've got to be. I was like, the season's done. We're out. I'm not even excited about this anymore.
He did play well in the USL or whatever, didn't he?
He did. I mean, we kind of kicked his ass the second time, but whatever. I still don't want him to be the backup quarterback on my favorite NFL franchise.
Well, first of all, you don't want your backup to really ever play anyway.
You don't, but
but he's a Louisville. Does he not count as the Louisville guy? I mean, it's still there's not. I mean, I know you prefer Teddy over him. I imagine, but
I can enjoy him as a person.
Wouldn't you take Jack Plummer over Josh Dobbs?
No,
Josh Dobbs sucks. Plus, he looks like Charlie Villanueva.
He does.
I never could get past that.
At least he's proven that he can win games in the NFL.
I guess,
that brief, whatever, with the Cardinals 3 years ago, wasn't that what it was?
The Cardinals won a game,
and we're just paying him $1.25 million, so he's good.
Oh, that's it
for this year. Yeah, to hold a clipboard. That's fine.
I'd hold a clipboard for half that.
Kidding me? Absolutely.
I don't even know who the Eagles' backup is now. I think about it.
I mean, they always rotate. Nobody
did Kenny Pickett last year.
Are you looking it up?
No, because I can't remember.
Eagles backup quarterback. You have Andy Dalton.
Oh, do we? Do we sign Andy Dalton?
Yeah. You got him with the trade.
We do. I do feel like we do rotate once upon a time veterans the last few years.
And you have Tanner McKee also. Who the bleep is Tanner McKee?
That's the guy we drafted.
Where did he play?
North Dakota State?
Stanford.
I
don't remember that name at all.
I remember us drafting him 2 years ago, I think.
Let's talk about Louisville practice. They had an open practice on Saturday. They had another open practice this morning. Saturday, I'm told, like I said, didn't get a chance to make it out there. I'm told by everybody who was there that it was the biggest crowd for an open practice that we've had in the 4 years that Jeff Brom has been the head coach. So
good.
Yeah, very good. I mean, like I said, I know it's anecdotal, but I've heard so many people this summer talking about going down to Nashville on Labor Day weekends and where they're staying and asking me what tailgates are going to be around. And typically that's a sign that you're going to have a pretty good crowd. I think all of this is a sign that you have a very excited U of L football fan base, and that I think the fan base is now expecting a step forward. What exactly that entails is up for debate. I mean, I still am, because this stumbled upon my social media feed over the weekend, people arguing about whether or not a 10-2 season with a couple of losses to inferior opponents would be acceptable. And I'm like, I just I don't mean to. Like I said, I'll never tell anybody how to fan. But we've had 8-10 win seasons in the 121-year history of this football program. To say that a 10-2 season, if we don't make the playoff and we lose to Pitt and Virginia Tech, is quote unquote unacceptable, is something that I just cannot get behind. If we go 10-2, I don't care who we lose to. That's a great year.
Wouldn't it be unacceptable for us not to get in a tournament, not the performance?
Say that again?
Like you say, we go 10-2 and we don't make the playoff, right?
Okay.
The fact that we're 10-2 and we didn't make the playoff tells me that someone screwed us over. Like you go 10-2 in the ACC, you probably should be in the playoff.
I agree. But if we didn't, I still wouldn't be able to say well, this is I want Jeff Brom's ass. Get him out of here. Yeah. We only went 10-2. We don't do that very often. This is and we are a program that has not played in a power conference for the vast majority of our existence. So, do I want to make the playoff? Of course. Do I think we need to at least flirt with the playoff this season? Absolutely. Am I going to flip out and say that this football program is, quote unquote, going in the wrong direction if we go 10-2, but don't hear our name called when they announce the 12-team CFP field? No, absolutely not. 10-2 is a fantastic season. It's a phenomenal season if it happens. I'll be bummed if they go 10-2 and don't make the playoff. But I can promise you, my ire is going to be directed on those who didn't include Louisville in the playoff, not those who produced the 10-2 type season.
Like Alabama getting it with 9 wins or 8 wins.
Yeah, I mean,
I doubt I can't imagine that even happening. 9 wins, maybe 8 would be a mind blower. But
Miami went 10-2 last season. They, I think, would not have gotten in had Virginia won the ACC title. They barely got in, even with Duke winning and not getting to play in the tournament.
I feel like they were going to put Miami in no matter what.
Yeah, and I think
I would have knocked James Madison out. But
our big thing would be, and you don't know how it's going to look at the end of the season, but probably lack of strength of schedule. There's a lot of people looking at our schedule and saying, if they can split with Ole Miss and SMU, there's not really a top 25 caliber team left on their schedule. You can go 11-1 and you're definitely going to be in the playoff. Who knows? I mean, maybe we look back and everyone was just dramatically underrating Florida State, and that game on that Friday night winds up being a huge deal. Maybe Pitt's phenomenal. You never know in the ACC. Outside of the very, very top is typically pretty good.
I mean, it's so obvious when you have a 12-team playoff that you should get the six Power 5 or at least the 5. I'm sorry, Power 5 maybe their champions should get an automatic bid, right?
Well, it's 4 now.
And that's the thing with all that gets the conferences moving. And then the other part is what I was going to say is not only that seems logical, but the conferences can't get out of their own way anyway.
Well, keep in mind,
in terms of who's actually winning what or doing, you can't schedule anybody.
It is absolutely designed so that the 4 power conference champions automatically get into the playoff. The only reason it didn't happen last year is because you had a Duke team that couldn't beat anybody in the played a terrible non-conference schedule and lost all those games, and so you could not justify having an 8-5 Duke team that lost to UConn, got hammered by Illinois, lost to whoever else they lost to, making it over a very good James Madison team record-wise, whose only loss was to us. And then who was the other Group of 5 team that got in?
I can't remember.
Somebody else who got hammered as the 12 seed.
Was it not TCU?
It wasn't App State TCU's in the Big 12, so that's
true. But they were a couple years ago as well.
I can't believe I've already forgotten this. That's sad.
Who was it other than that's a very
I don't know. I expect you to forget these things.
Well, I remember James Madison. There's not, it's weird is because I have it on the preference page. They don't actually have a.
Tulane.
Was it? No, it wasn't Tulane, was it?
Tulane played Oregon.
Liberty.
Right? Liberty was in the playoffs.
Nope, you took that back. Patrick Ryan, damn it! You sent me a text and it said Liberty, and you took it away. Was it Tulane?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember Tulane being in it. I really don't.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Are you lying to me?
No, Ole Miss beat them by 31. I'm looking at the bracket right here. James Madison was the 12th seed. They got worked by Oregon, although they scored 4 points against Oregon, and then most of those when they're down by 40. But Tulane lost Ole Miss 41-10 in the 6-11 matchup. Pretty good draw for Ole Miss. Pretty good draw. Not saying they're frauds, but
I am. I told you we're going to beat them coming up in a few weeks.
I would love it if you were right. Takeaways from practice over the weekend and today. A lot of people saying good things about Lincoln Kenols. I think he was apparently a little bit more inconsistent on Saturday than he was this morning or Friday. And again, we're not today. I think they were in full pads, but it's not like we're doing 11 on 11s. It's not like it's a lot of individual drills. It's a lot of skeleton stuff. It's a lot of one-on-one stuff. So, take that for what it is. Isaac Brown was not a full participant in practice on Saturday, but did, I think, work out in some of the late full team practice stuff. Today, I'm told he was not practicing at all with the full team. He was on the sideline working out with trainers. Got on the field I think a couple of times for just some walkthrough pass protection stuff.
Is that what you did on Saturday too? When you say didn't participate full practice,
yeah,
the walkthroughs. Okay,
he got in at the end I think for some of the real no contact stuff. Obviously,
does that make you feel a little better?
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. So. The other running backs, everyone is still talking about their size. We know how good Keywan Brown is. Marquise Davis is looking apparently very good, a guy that could step up and help out significantly. Lakai Tompkins still is not taking contact because he's got that pec injury, but he is a monster. And then everybody is saying when it comes to Braxton Jennings, he is the guy who has put on the most weight from last season to this one in a positive way. He's really beefed up, which is what you'd expect from a true freshman walk-on who got an unexpected huge role in the Kentucky game, and then now is trying to prove his mettle as a scholarship player moving forward. So running backs looking good.
I will say this, I'll chime in. I finally played the college football over the weekend.
Okay.
Davis is surprisingly very good on that game.
Okay.
That running back you mentioned. That's the Missouri transfer, right?
Exactly. Yep. Number 2 running back in his recruiting class.
He's I don't want to say he's kind of got more carries than Keywan Brown for me, yeah.
Okay. We have two early candidates for the Javante Bagley Award. And again, we can't know who actually wins this.
Driving around going, what do I get an award for?
Until we get to the season. Javante Bagley Award goes to the player that stands out the most in open practices, who then goes on to do very little during the actual season. And so you don't know who's going to win because these guys that are getting a lot of hype that we are not expecting maybe a ton from this season, maybe they go out there and they're phenomenal. And it is, I think, kind of cheating, but it is easy to pick freshmen just because they can pop in practice, and then true freshmen are rarely going to see the field, especially at specialty positions. But Reese Dorsey, getting a lot of love, the 4-star freshman wide receiver, made a great catch on a big throw from Briggs Cherry on Saturday that apparently elicited the biggest cheers of Saturday. And then a guy that we talked a lot about last week after the first open practice, Julius Miles, who is the 6'6" tight end that they're now kind of using as a maybe more of a split wide receiver. He is getting a lot of oohs and ahs from the fans that are making it out there. So those are 2 candidates we have right now. We'll keep updating the list. I think we have 2 more open practices, so we'll have the full list of candidates once we get to the end of the open practice session.
Would the big running back fall as a candidate in this?
Lakai Tompkins could absolutely be on that.
Because, I mean, I'm not saying he's going to be, but we're talking about just this year.
I can see
and
that.
You said him kind of on that depth chart, and I see not playing a lot.
He might be the 5th guy,
Yeah.
which maybe isn't going to get you a ton of carries this year. I can see that for sure. Yeah, I'll put him on he's on the watch list.
That's all it is a watch list right now.
The Bagley Award watch list. It's watch list season for sure.
It is.
One thing that I do want to make mention of. So I've been saying this for like 2 years now.
Okay.
I'm the point man of the Jahai Brown recruitment. I've known this kid since he was 6 years old.
Better than being the bag man, I guess.
I've been telling people for forever, like, this kid, unbelievable talent. We've got to keep him home. When he committed to Indiana, everyone freaked out. I said, calm down. Me and the big dog, we're gonna get together. We're gonna work this out. And it wasn't 3 weeks later before he decommits from Indiana. I'm like, I told you. And people are like, oh, but he's gonna go to Kentucky. I'm like, I got this. He commits to us a week after that. And then everyone's like, oh, the recruitment's not over. Nick Roush is tweeting, this one's gonna go all the way to signing day. And I'm telling people, just, hey, calm down. And then we're losing some commits, and I'm saying, I make an impassioned plea on the radio where I'm like, I get that you've got to kind of draw a line somewhere when you're talking about divvying out NIL funds to incoming freshmen. But I'm telling you this. If it's a matter of picking this guy and cutting this guy, you need to devote the funds to Jahai Brown. Because I can't tell you about these other guys. I'm telling you with this kid, whether he's playing here or somewhere else, he's going to be a star in college. And the next day, got a text from somebody who's in the U of L money game, who was like, Jahai, it's going to be good. Don't, rest your pretty little head. We're going to be just fine. I'm not saying that this show saved the recruitment. I'm not saying that this show didn't save the recruitment. Jahai Brown, though, if you're still worried out there, he was at practice on Saturday. He was on campus on Sunday. He was at practice again this morning. Just saying. That's our guy. I'm feeling good about this time next year, Jahai Brown getting ready for his freshman season at U of L. And that's a very good thing for all Louisville football fans.
Freshman impact?
Freshman impact guy. I can see it without question.
He's going to take that Bagley award and turn it sideways and shove it.
I don't know if he's a Bagley guy. I think he's more of a.
That's why I said he's going to say I'm going to ball out, and I'm not going to win the award because I'm going to keep balling.
He may be the Devontae Parker Award.
Ooh,
the freshman impact.
Did that go to him or Lamar Jackson?
Well, Devontae was with Teddy.
That's what he'd be before, so I'll give you that. Okay, yeah. Time-wise, right.
Yeah, he was. They were both freshmen in 2011.
What a freshman class.
Probably our best class of all time.
Was that also Dominique Brown?
He was before that.
Was he a year before? Okay.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember.
He was with he wasn't.
There was a receiver that was big that Michael Lee Harris.
Michael Lee Harris was there.
Yeah.
Eli Rogers, I think, was the year before that. He was that because somebody re-ranked, and Calvin Pryor was a top draft pick. Marcus Smith. Somebody re-ranked the classes years and years later and said that Louisville's class was actually the second best in the country. I think behind only Alabama, and it bore out that way for sure.
That's some of the good times.
As far as the wide receiver position is concerned, Trey Richardson is standing out, as you would hope, as you would expect. There's a lot of people who also are saying that Trayshawn Hurry is looking very good. I talked with our guy Keith Wynn, who was there. He wrote a nice thing on Card Chronicle, and he was like, I think he's looking good, but he's not absolutely like standing out the way that some people have maybe been saying. But he is blown away by LaWayne McCoy, the transfer wide receiver from Florida State, who said on Saturday, Keith said he was a star of practice for me. He made play after play. He made catches in tight coverage. He ran great routes down the field, ran great intermediate routes. He had a good season for FSU last year in a limited role, but he broke out against Miami. And Keith said he looked like, when you see a guy that has that potential, they can do it because you've seen them do it in a game. It's just a matter of getting them to do it consistently. He's like, I think he can be that guy. He's not going to compete with Trey Richardson for targets, but if people are overly focused on Trey Richardson, LaWayne McCoy is a guy that can gouge opposing defenses. And that's exciting for a unit that I think we've all been a little bit worried about as we've gotten closer and closer to the season. So
he is the number 2 guy on the video game.
I mean, I think he's going to be the number 2 guy. I think it's going to be, if I had to guess, I think it's without question Richardson at WR1, McCoy is 2, and I think Trayshawn Hurry's that 3 role, which he played a little bit of last year as well. And he can be a really good third down kind of possession wide receiver for you. Brody Forley, the tight end that is expected to be our kind of maybe the second leading wide receiver this year. He's supposed to be the guy at tight end. He took a ding to the head on Saturday. He did not practice today, but he was out there. It looked like it was maybe just precautionary, but it sounds like whatever he's dealing with is not going to be overly serious. But, anytime it's a head injury, at this time of the year, you get a little bit nervous when it's a key player. And then, you hate doing this for an entire unit, but everybody is just like, the defense looks great. Like you expect the defense to look great. They're looking great, which of course makes everybody say, like, well, is it the defense being great or is it the offense just not that good? It's the classic summer story.
Chicken and the egg, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, Clev Lubin looks like the leader of the team. You'd expect that. Antonio Watts is looking great. You'd expect that. Like, those are 2 All-American caliber players. But it does sound like we're getting more. I think the one area where you maybe are a little bit concerned is that second safety position. Cohen Entringer is a beast. They brought in TJ Banks. I think a lot of people expecting him to be that second wide receiver. And
or doing safety.
Safety, thank you.
Sorry.
And it looks like as of right now, he's been beaten out by Caleb Beasley. So those guys, I think, are going to compete for the next month. But may the best man win. I think they'll both play a lot. But you want to solidify that second safety spot for sure before you get to the season. Let's take a break. When we come back, I got one more thought that I want to get to. We'll get to the Gameday Men's Health text line after that. We'll also check in with the Thornton's YouTube stream. Your hour's coming up next. It's the Rutherford Show, 1450, 96.1. Big X Sports Radio.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
Hey there, New Albany. This is Mayor Jeff Gahan. It's another year here in our River City, and what better time to show your support for our high school's athletic programs. Whether it's basketball or football, track and field or soccer, swimming or tennis, our Bulldogs are giving it their all on the field and court. So let's rally behind them, New Albany. Come out to the games, cheer them on, and let's make some noise. Let's show everyone what it means to be a part of the best city in southern Indiana. Go Bulldogs!
Honey Baked Ham in New Albany is the perfect spot for a healthy alternative to fast food. They provide a variety of freshly made sandwiches, as well as salads and delicious soups. And you can dine in or take it to go. They also have many dinner options such as ham, turkey, frozen sides, and desserts, which provide a complete meal. Catering is also available for small groups or large gatherings. Call Honey Baked Ham today, 812-941-9426, or visit them, 3602 North Cape Court, Suite 23 in New Albany.
Pratt Sporting Goods is Southern Indiana's team sports specialist and is your local Adidas team product dealer. Pratt specializes in outfitting your team, organization, club, or business in apparel, hard goods, and accessories from Adidas and many others. Kratz offers fundraising opportunities for your team, organization, or club through online web stores. Let our friendly staff get you started today by calling 812-282-5400 or visit and shop at our website at kratsports.com.
Guns, gears, deal. It's everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, we've got what you're looking for. Fast. SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Kimber, Dan Wesson, Wilson Combat. Selling? We've got selling. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Don't wait. Get in today. Everything Concealed Carry, 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry. Serious selection, serious value.
Introducing the 1909 Society, the new giving society of Louisville Athletics. Become a member and unlock exclusive access, premium experiences, and insider benefits while supporting student athletes. Visit gocards.com/1909 Society to learn more. Through the 1909 Society, donor generosity ensures Louisville Athletics is positioned not just to adapt, but to thrive in the rapidly changing college athletics landscape. Join today and be part of the legacy. Visit gocards.com/1909 Society to learn more.
Options. When it comes to insurance, that's exactly what you deserve. I'm Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, and I've been proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. As an independent agent, we work with Auto Owners Insurance to find coverage that fits you, not the other way around. InsureMax delivers strength, service, and peace of mind through partners like Auto Owners Insurance. More choices, more options. Call me, Chad Hennessy, at 502-479-4085.
Roosters is the place to watch your favorite teams play. From college to the pros, Roosters has all the games. Plus, you're going to love the food at Roosters. Come watch the games and enjoy 79-cent boneless wings every Monday. Roosters with 6 Kentuckiana locations: Dixie Highway, Preston Highway, Fern Creek, Shelbyville Road, Springhurst, and in Clarksville.
At Valley View Golf Club, the game just keeps getting better. Over the last couple of seasons, Valley View has continued to add new improvements for members and guests. Enjoy the Tap-Ins Dining Room, now featuring 2 indoor golf simulators for year-round play. Every golf cart now includes a new GPS system to enhance your experience on the course. And to preserve the course's strategy and beauty, Valley View has planted over 120 trees in recent seasons. Valley View is also expanding its golf tournament program. Membership continues to grow, and a waiting list begins May 1st. So join today and experience everything happening at Valley View Golf Club.
Man, you really built the suspense of that song. I was like, what's it gonna be? Little delay there, and then Jimmy, whoa, bam!
In my defense, I was making my little lunch at the break.
Is that your defense? You were eating instead of...
Well, no, I just got back from cooking it. I had to nuke my sausage biscuits and grab my fruit platter out of the fridge.
In my defense, I was perusing the internet. I was looking at porn, and I wasn't here to do my job.
Oh, I can still do my job.
I don't know if that's in your defense.
I got my fruit platter and my sausage biscuits.
Hey. I don't hate Jimmy Eat World. I don't like that song. It's just like the lyric.
Is there another song they have?
Oh, if you listen, the Sweetness is a great song. It was on the NHL video game soundtrack. That's kind of, I'm doing a you thing there. They had a couple there that were really good. That one is just like, the lyrics are just the most like,
what is it?
Bland, like, hey, it's gonna be okay. Bully suck and you'll be cool. Like, I'm like, come on, man. Like,
now, was this off a movie or a soundtrack? Like a video game soundtrack? I
don't think it was either. I think it just was like a popular song on the radio.
It might have just been, yeah. I remember this song. This is the only one from Jimmy Eat World I can remember, though.
It was the most famous, for sure. We're back here, hour number 2 here, the Mike Rutherford Show on a Monday, 1450, 96.1 Big X Sports Radio. We were talking last segment about Teddy Bridgewater announcing his retirement for the second time from football. He has, just in the last 10 minutes, put out a statement on Instagram along with a handful of pictures from his career. Just says, this time it's official. It's so crazy that 10 years ago around this time, I suffered one of the most gruesome knee injuries the game itself, its players, and some doctors had ever seen. Everything football related since 2016 had been fueled by experts predicting that I would never play football again. We really showed them by playing 10 more seasons. However, this wheel of mine can no longer deal with something so simple as standing around on the turf field. This thing just doesn't recover the same way that it did years ago, so I'd rather be officially hanging it up. It's finally run its course, and when the body speaks to me, I have to listen so that I can be in one piece and available for my children as they grow up. The game of football was beyond great to me and owes me nothing at all. I really did things my way. Just like one part of my career was fueled by a series of events, this next chapter of my life will be fueled with an abundance of love by this sweet little angel of ours that's coming in a couple of weeks. It sounds like they're about to have a baby. Did not know that. But Teddy definitely earned his lengthy career, his lengthy retirement, I should say. Made a bunch of money. Doesn't have to worry about that for the rest of his life. Could not think of a better ambassador for the game of football, for the city of Louisville, for U of L athletics, for the human race than Teddy Bridgewater. Just the best, man.
I mean, that sucks. You can't just even stand there and hold a clipboard.
That's what he said. Yeah, he's.
I can't believe it. I mean,
I can't go through the motions even.
He's got like Lieutenant Dan magic legs on that knee, probably at this point.
Sure. I mean, I remember We were at CC Power Sports doing a shout out to them, shameless plug. Yeah. We were doing a live show there when you initially see the news about, hey, Teddy Bridgewater looks like suffered a pretty serious injury, and then you start seeing tweets from people who were there saying, like, they just canceled practice. Like people were crying, people couldn't even look at it, and you're like, oh my God, what happened? And then you start hearing reports of, like, they may have to amputate his leg. You're like, Jesus Christ.
That was, I remember that.
I mean, just horrifying. And at that time, when you're hearing this, assuming that they're reputable reports, you're immediately thinking, well, he may never play football again. Like, this is it. And the next day, that is the general consensus, is like, this guy's probably never going to play football again. And for him to, as he said himself, play 10 more years, have some great moments, make a ton of money in the process, it's pretty remarkable when you take into account what the immediate reaction was on almost this day exactly 10 years.
What was it, like something with the tendons is why it was so bad?
Like his knee got like flipped inside out.
Yeah, it was because because when you saw it, it didn't look. I mean, I've seen probably worse hits in Kevin Ware.
Well, it was no contact. He was dropping back and just went down.
And it was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a fluke thing. Like, no contact. It was both a left knee dislocation and a complete ACL tear at the same time.
Do you think he had to have had felt some pain at some point going in and just maybe ignored it, or
I don't know,
because for it to tear that way, I feel like you maybe thought you just sprained it a little bit and just kind of
It's the same thing that a lot of people said when Kevin Ware had his injury, that there had to have been some pre-existing damage or anything, but he didn't remember any. You never know.
He came down so weird on it, though. It's hard to, you can argue it was just the way he landed.
He did, but he just jumped and landed on his left leg. And then it just snapped.
That was bone. Ugh.
Yeah. The surgeon said it was the worst dislocation that he's ever seen in sports. It tore virtually every major structure in the knee and left the joint hanging together like a loose hinge. Jesus. Yeah. Gross and terrible. But spent the next decade playing football. Pretty amazing. We love you, Teddy.
It isn't bad I'm eating a sausage biscuit while you describe that.
Speaking of loose hanging meat.
I'm here on the Thornton's line.
Smashing this Arby's.
People watching Thornton's are like, you're talking about describing this horrific knee injury, and we're eating one of these frozen sausage biscuits I just did for a minute.
Let's go
in my defense again.
Okay.
If you don't eat these things while they're still hot, once they go cold, they are rock hard.
I've got to eat in the middle of the show.
I mean, you know the little sausage biscuits I'm talking about come in 2 packs? Yeah.
Are you throwing up West Side? I think I'm on a delay here.
Yeah, I did that when you say the WB, and I do that to represent the WB.
I see that. Speaking of, real quickly, and then we'll go to the text line. Did you this snuck up on me, and I'm surprised it's not bigger national news. I would not have known it if I hadn't seen just a stray tweet. The murder trial of Tupac Shakur. It started today. 30 years ago. Now, it's not the person, Kef D is his name. I can't remember his real name. It's Keith something. But Kef D is sort of like his alias. And he is not being accused of actually pulling the trigger. He is being accused of orchestrating the hit. So he's the guy. Remember the whole thing was they go to the Tyson fight. Mm-hmm. They he and his guys beat down this guy that they had accused of stealing something from one of their group a day earlier. So they see him and they're like, "Hey, that's the guy." And Tupac is one of a handful of people that are beating this guy up in the lobby of wherever the fight was. And so apparently the guy that got beat up, Kef D is his uncle, I think. And so he calls out the hit on Tupac and calls his guys and says "Hey, when he leaves in his vehicle, shoot him and kill him." That's what he's being accused of, at least.
Off of the strip, right on Flamingo. I stayed at the Westin. It overlooked the intersection where he was killed one time.
Piece of history right there.
Yeah.
So he is the murder trial started today, but
well, he's innocent because P. Diddy was behind all of this. We all know
P. Diddy's already in jail. So.
Well, he did this too. He was behind this and the Biggie Smalls case.
Well, I think Diddy is accused of the first shooting when he got shot. I got shot 5
when
times.
When he became one Bach, yeah.
Yeah, when he was going to meet them to do music at the studio and got shot in the lobby. That's the one that Tupac accused.
Yes.
Diddy and Biggie of orchestrating.
We all heard "Hit 'Em Up."
We have.
Great song.
It's incredible. The fact that I was listening to that when I was like 12 is just like, I get nervous about what my kids are listening to right now. And then I think about like,
I just like when someone
that's why I
says,
bleeped you, bleep, you fat.
I was gonna say, I like when someone's like, man, this thing by Lamar is awesome, and it's like one lyric. I'm like, no, my friend, this is a diss track. Like pulling out the knife and Crocodile Dundee.
I mean, didn't work in subtleties. The end of the song is just him saying like bleep you to a hand of people, and then saying he's gonna kill them all.
Well, and then 2 minutes in the song, he's like, you know what? You're not even on my level. I'm just gonna give this off to my
little honies, right?
Yeah. That no Vaseline are A1A and 1B of best diss tracks. Definitely harshest.
Thornton's YouTube stream is popping again. Just go to YouTube, type in Big X Sports Radio Louisville. You'll see the Thornton's YouTube stream. And also, reminder, download that Earnify app from Thornton's today. It's going to help make every visit to one of these areas, 365 Thornton's locations, count. Members save 5 cents per gallon every day, and they earn points on fuel and convenience purchases. They also receive a 250-point welcome offer. Go to your app store, search Earnify, bam! Download that bad boy and start earning at Thornton's today.
Got my fountain pop. I feel the chill, as the cup tells me.
Damn right. Pruchiki says it's a perfect day to have never talked about baseball on the show. We don't talk about baseball on the show.
No, we don't talk about baseball.
No.
I think Toronto's lost like 4 games in a row in extra innings.
I texted my buddies on Friday, and I said, I feel like every year when it's the Nationals hand us a mind-boggling series defeat that just completely wrecks the momentum of the season. Never been more right about anything. And then also Dalen Lyle, who's a fellow Trinity baseball alum, just absolutely owns the Reds. I think he's hitting like .561 against the Reds in his career.
That happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean he hit multiple home runs against us in 3 games last year. He hit multiple home runs against us in the first series this year. He hit like a 5,000-foot home run in Game 1 on Friday. He is unreal. He's got all the confidence against the Reds of somebody who grew up in an area where he was forced to watch the Reds too often. And he's like, these guys suck. It's in my DNA. I know it. Mr. Hobbs says, Mike, has the latest Cardinal commitment episode changed your expectations about Isaac Ellis for the season? No. It's changed my feelings about, like, I'm glad he's a Cardinal. I love the spunkiness. I love the dedication to defense. I love his attitude. He sums up at the end of his little interview what you want from every one of your players in every one of your sports if you're a fan, where he's like, I don't care if I don't score. I want to go out there and do all the little things, and if we win by 20, that's all that I care about. I'm like, hell yeah, man. Like, let's go. Do I think he's at least as of right now, a player that's capable of heavily contributing at this level? I don't, but I'm rooting for him. I'm glad he's a Cardinal. I love the attitude. I love that he's pushing everybody in practice. I love that he's making everybody better, but he's very small. He's not a guy who I think is going to be able to create his own shot at this level. But if he can defend and knock down open 3-pointers, he'll get a little bit of run this year for sure. CAG Dog says, so Mike, if you can give your opinion, what do you think is going on with Isaac Brown? Is this about money or sitting out practice to avoid injury, et cetera, or is it an actual injury?
Yeah, can you give your opinion, Mike?
I mean, didn't I do that all last week?
Isn't that what we do every day for 3 hours?
I mean, I think I said as much as I can say about this. I mean, I don't even think the head coach knows exactly what's going on with Isaac. I think he's got some opinions, but when your star player comes to you and says, hey, my hamstring's hurting, I can't go through practice, there's only so much you can do. So, I mean,
we don't want Jeff's opinion. We want your opinion, Mike.
Yeah. Me and Jeff are like on a show together, and people are like, hey, Jeff. I'm like, I'll answer this for Jeff, actually.
I would give.
I don't care what Jeff thinks. It's time for my opinion.
I don't know how much I would give for you to do that. Like doing like a panel. Like, Jeff, I got this.
Yeah, like
let me answer for you.
It's like Will Ferrell in the debate with James Carville in Old School, where he's like, actually, James, if I may, I'll take this one.
How about it, Hoss?
I do believe that the staff thinks that he could do more in practice than he's currently doing, but they're sort of, it's a lot of what I think was happening last year behind the scenes.
And the fact that one of these practices is like no pads, like barely wearing a helmet, and you're just walking around on the field is kind of, yeah. I thought it was more, there was more to the practice when we talked about that first one and defending him, and I'm still going to, my opinion doesn't change, but just kind of deferred a little bit. It's like, dude, you just go out there and just like, throw us a bone.
I mean, let me be clear about something. If he goes out there and plays in every game this year and has a first-team All-American ACC Offensive Player of the Year type season, I don't give a bleep about this.
No.
I don't give a bleep. My concern, it's not necessarily that he's not practicing or that he's maybe calling his own shots or there's agents getting involved or whatever. It's that I think we saw this happen a little bit last year, and I do think it had an adverse effect on his overall season. I think, case in point, before the Virginia game, he didn't want to practice. He said he was dealing with some injuries. They had a specific play called for him. He messed up the play. It resulted in a huge turnover that swung the momentum of that game. And I know for a fact that the offensive staff was furious afterwards, where they were like, all right, he's got to practice from now on. He's missing out on stuff. So, if I've got concerns about this, it's all thinking about the future. If this is the best way forward, if he goes out there and lights it up against Ole Miss and we pull a huge upset in week 1 and we're set, then cool, great. He did what was best for him, kept himself healthy, that's fine. If he goes out there and he's fumbling in key situations again this season, or he's not knowing some of the plays, or we get about halfway through the year and he's we got everything in the world to play for, and he's like, I only want to run the ball 8 times against so-and-so. I don't want to play against this team. I don't want to. Then you've got concerns. And so that's where my fear lies with all this. I wish we could just get, how hard is it just to have a uniform? I'm being paid handsomely. I'm all in for the next 3 months. I'm locked in for 4 months. As long as we've got the season going, you're being paid like a professional, it's time to start acting like a professional. That's where I am with all this. LA Lakers 17 says, while the strippers are getting stripped down and exposed with all the cheating, I'm expecting a great year. I don't even know what that means. Louisville football in the playoffs, Louisville basketball Final Four, and Lakers in the NBA Finals. Which of those is the least likely to happen, and why is it the Lakers in the NBA Finals?
Well, I don't think, I'd be very satisfied if the Lakers make the playoffs at this point this year, personally.
Yeah.
And they should. If they're healthy, they should. Luka alone should get you in the playoffs. But then again, that's if Luka's going to play.
But I don't think they're a real threat to the top teams in the West.
No, threat, no. But to make the playoffs, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, you should be. If you're as good as you say you are.
Well, now 17 teams make the playoffs. So, if you miss, you really suck.
But yeah.
Yeah.
You got 8 of your 20 teams make it?
Well, and you got the playing games now. So it's like,
that's right. Yeah.
It's like 11 teams.
Yeah, you're right.
Both conferences. Or 10, I guess.
There was a time for expansion that 8 of the 11 teams did make the playoffs in the East.
Just a terrible feeling. It's like not making the fantasy playoffs in
a
10-team league that has 8 players in the playoffs.
Spoiler: Pacers were one of those 3 every year that didn't make it.
LM Cards 92 says, "Is Briggs Cherry trending to be QB2?" I don't think so. I think Winder is still, from all accounts, looking very good. He's looking and he's an older guy. He's been through he's been a high level backup quarterback before in a power conference. Played a lot of snaps last season at West Georgia. He's looked very good in both the spring and these early fall camp open practices. Having said that, Briggs Cherry certainly looks like the future. And we've had fairly high-profile freshman quarterbacks be in the exact same situation that Briggs is in now over the last few years. Pierce Clarkson looked kind of lost from day one and didn't look like – not lost. I think he knew the playbook and stuff. He just didn't have the physical tools. Deuce Adams was kind of the opposite, where he had the physical tools, but the mental side was kind of slowing him down. And I don't think he was doing the homework off the field that they were really hoping he was going to. Cherry seems to have a great command of the playbook. He's got all the physical tools, not just to be a great college quarterback, but to one day spin it professionally. And it seems like he's got all the intangibles that you want. He will, unless something goes horribly wrong, that's the guy that they want to be the starting quarterback in 2028. And if you've watched him a little bit this spring or over the last week, I think you feel pretty comfortable with that. But I don't think he's going to be QB2. I think he'll be QB3.
I'm intrigued to see, because the one thing that curious, because you named, basically since Braun's been here every year, we have that one quarterback's the grass is always greener with him type of guy.
Well, it's every backup, right?
That's true.
Always the most
right.
popular guy in town.
Exactly. You're 100% right about that. But, you can kind of tell that how much of it maybe is more fan hype to actual substance when you're seeing a guy like Miller Moss not get pulled.
Sure.
Or even and then not to disrespect Jack Plummer, but even sometimes Jack Plummer doesn't get pulled. At the time
he never got pulled.
I mean, everybody did kind of pull, I guess, Miller Moss a little bit.
For
right?
2 years, everybody was like, "We got to see Pierce Clarkson. Where's Pierce Clarkson?" And I mean, everything that I've been told was just like Pierce Clarkson sucks. And I hate to say it because he was a big deal in recruiting.
I was wrong when we were on the show originally, and I said I didn't think he'd ever end up being here.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
And it was a big push to get him, and he helped bring a lot of other guys and get some attention for the program. Unfortunately, a lot of those other guys also weren't nearly as good as their recruiting rankings would indicate.
At least the ones that came here.
And Clarkson, I mean, I think you saw even a little bit, he wasn't doing much, but you're like, man, he's tiny. And the ball, he's throwing a quick out. It's not really getting there that quickly. And you kind of knew that he was never going to be the guy here. I think Deuce Adams, there was a huge hope that he would, because I do think that he has the physical skills necessary to be a big-time college quarterback, and he just they didn't feel like he ever really grasped the playbook or how to go through his reads or anything like that. With Cherry, they feel like he takes a professional attitude already as a 19-year-old kid. So
I'm not saying I want to see
high.
Lincoln play poorly, but if he does struggle at times, I will be curious to see if we do see Briggs come in with the hype.
What I think what will happen is Widner, if it was like an in-game thing, let's say, God forbid,
he gets hurt. Okay,
he gets hurt in the middle of the Ole Miss game. I think they would go to Gavin Widner right there because they don't want to just throw Briggs into the fire.
Get that.
But I do think if that injury in the middle of the Ole Miss game wound up being a season-ending thing, I think they would try to get Briggs ready to be the guy that took over in early October.
Villanova game would be a good timing for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think his upside is very clearly taller than Widner's. But Widner's, he's 4 years older. He's played college games. He's got a good arm too. It's not like he's just out there noodle arming it. He can make the throws that Jeff wants him to make. He just doesn't have the pro potential that Briggs does. And I think Briggs could get himself ready to help us win football games by month 2 of the regular season. It's just you don't want to wreck a kid that has so much potential. You don't want to wreck their psyche.
Don't want to make them footsteps Falco.
I mean, every 18, 19-year-old 4-star, 5-star quarterback comes to college with a huge ego and all the confidence in the world. And for a lot of those kids, the first time that confidence gets taken down a peg or two, it's really tough to get it back. So it's why I think you always want to bring the quarterbacks along slowly. You want their first taste of actual in-game action to be in a situation where they can go out there and have some success. You want to dip a toe into the pool. You don't want to just jump in willy-nilly. Let's see. Thornton's text line says, no audio. I think we've gotten that fixed, I assume.
Should be on.
LA Lakers 17 says, yo, Mike, does Isaac know that the NFL scout
to make sure I actually
is watching? His draft position will take a hit. NFL doesn't value running back as it is. And is Teddy's jersey retired? We have not retired Teddy's jersey. We have honored it. Do you think that Teddy... I mean, the only jerseys we've retired are Johnny U and Lamar.
Yeah.
Do you think that Teddy belongs?
No.
I
like jersey retired, but not number.
I mean, we're a program that I feel like should. I mean, Johnny Unitas didn't do a ton while he was here.
Yeah.
But he's arguably the greatest quarterback in NFL history. Plus, when we retired it, we didn't have any history as a program.
Yeah.
And then Lamar, if you win a Heisman Trophy,
yeah,
you deserve to have your number retired. I'm totally good with that.
I'm with when it comes to numbers. I'm very. I think, and maybe it's just me. The bar is
the bar should be high.
It should be, and it's like when I look at the Hall of Fame. I think my bar's a lot higher than any other Hall of Fame has it. Really
should be super high.
And yeah, I think I'm all good with retiring the jersey, but number, yeah, that's as much as Teddy was. I can't think of anybody other than those two to have it retired.
A2 Atlanta says poor Tulsa Little League team. They were forced to forfeit the regional title for playing an ineligible player.
Who was?
The Tulsa Little League team.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Didn't hear about that. They shouldn't have played him.
I think North Oldham is on ESPN tonight. Someone texted in the show earlier on KRC, said they're playing an Ohio team.
I did watch a little bit of the Kentucky team from Owensboro. They were on ABC yesterday in the softball World Series championship, and they unfortunately got beat 2-0, but great run for them. H28 also says Ether by Nas is the greatest diss track of all time, and it ain't even close. It's a great diss track.
You love that, not even close.
Bleep Jay-Z. It's a very good one.
I don't know. When you open a line with "I just bleeped your wife," how do you really top that?
Doesn't matter if it's true or not. Terry says, pretty sure that Jimmy Eats World song was indeed the soundtrack in the Madden video game somewhere in the middle 2000s.
That's the only way I can think I've
Really?
had to known it. Yeah.
I know that the Sweetness was the song. NHL, I think 2004.
See, I wouldn't have. I never played the NHL
Anytime you
game.
fired up, if you're listening, whoa. Ba-da-da. Sean Hampton says, Mike, will Enos Cantor, we almost made it half the show without this coming up. Will Enos Cantor become the first Kentucky openly Joanna man in the WNBA?
I thought that'd be Royce White, wouldn't it?
Well, they're both trying.
I mean,
did you know Royce White? Like, I love looking up his votes. He was running for, I think, Senate in Minnesota. He got smashed by Michelle Tafoya. Yes.
By the way, Minnesota, when it comes to politicians, ex-celebrities being politicians, they lead the way, right?
They're like, we've taken a couple stabs. It seems to work out.
I think California would be up there, but it's Minnesota.
No, it's Minnesota. We have Al Franken, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yep.
Like, state's still standing. Why not? Let's go back to the well. Let's just elect famous people. Why not? The last one says, Ellen Cards 92 says, the piggyback on retired numbers, or two piggyback on retired numbers, who should or will be the next basketball number retired? I mean, I don't think it's anybody right now.
Yeah, I mean,
like the Junior Bridgman, we went outside of our parameters as a program that we're supposed to have for obvious reasons. I think they wanted
passing,
to.
yeah.
It was more about. I mean, Junior was a great player here, fantastic player here, but he passed away early, and his philanthropic stuff in the community was, I would argue, more influential than his actual playing stuff was. So, that was more about who he was off the court as much as it was about who he was on the court. I don't think we have anybody now that you would want to retire. I think it's going to have to be and the question is, like, there's probably not going to be another Russ Smith. We're probably not going to have 4-year players anymore or 5-year players anymore.
Well, I mean, only because they're over. He's I think the only guy over 2,000 points on our that doesn't have his number retired, DeJuan Wheat, right?
But the requirements are supposed to be top 10 all-time scorer,
which he is.
You won a national title,
he didn't,
and you were a consensus first-team All-American.
Oh,
he wasn't any of those things.
Well, he was the first. He was. He's in top 10 scoring.
He's top 10 scoring, but he was not a consensus first-team All-American. Didn't win a national.
Correct me if I'm wrong. We got 4 guys over 2,000 career points: Russ, DeJuan, Darryl, and Purvis.
I believe that's correct.
And there's somebody sneaking. I mean, and 3 of those 4 have their numbers retired,
but they also met the other qualifications.
True.
Reese Gaines is the number 4 all-time scorer, actually.
Oh, so Reese Gaines had over 2,000.
Reese Gaines is just short of 2,000. Only 3.
Oh, Wheat's not. Okay, my bad. Correct.
No, Wheat is the second all-time leading scorer.
Okay.
He is one of 3 players over 2,000 points. Griff, Wheat, Perv. 2 of the 3 obviously have their
Oh, so Russ was I thought Russ was over it too.
Russ he's 19,008. Reese is 19,045. Keep in mind, Russ barely played as a freshman.
That's true. Well, yeah, but he shot so much his last 3 years.
He did, and didn't start as a sophomore.
And same with Gaines, though. Gaines was a heavy scorer.
All 4 years.
All 4 years. Yeah, you're right.
Let's go to break. When we come back, we'll check in on the Gameday Men's Health text line. The number there is 502-414-1450. We'll also get to an all-time golf cheating story that I want to get Trevor's thoughts on.
Tiger.
The Mike Rutherford Show. Back after the break. 1450-96.1 Big X Sports Radio.
It just takes some time. Little girl in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright. It just takes some time. Little girl in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine.
Kentucky Roll Call.
I'm starting to wonder who did win those games. Whenever Cal got tossed and Kenny would take over. If everything is taken care of in practice, Kenny can do the in-game stuff.
No.
He actually, in several games, one of them was at Arkansas. Kentucky wasn't doing that well. Cal gets tossed. Kentucky then goes zone, and they win the game.
And they went to the huddle, and they said, Kenny, what should we do? And Coach goes, duh.
Weekdays at noon on the Big X Sports Radio.
Pratt Sporting Goods is Southern Indiana's team sports specialist and is your local Adidas team product dealer. Pratt specializes in outfitting your team, organization, club, or business in apparel, hard goods, and accessories from Adidas and many others. Kratz offers fundraising opportunities for your team, organization, or club through online web stores. Let our friendly staff get you started today by calling 812-282-5400 or visit and shop at our website at kratsports.com.
Honey Baked Ham in New Albany is the perfect spot for a healthy alternative to fast food. They provide a variety of freshly made sandwiches, as well as salads and delicious soups. And you can dine in or take it to go. They also have many dinner options such as ham, turkey, frozen sides, and desserts, which provide a complete meal. Catering is also available for small groups or large gatherings. Call Honey Baked Ham today, 812-941-9426, or visit them, 3602 Northgate Court, Suite 23 in New Albany.
Guns, gears, and great deals. Say it with me. Everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Shop SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, and more. Plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Check out Kimber, Dan Wesson, and Wilson Combat. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Visit Everything Concealed Carry, 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry, your best shot at a great deal.
I spend my days teaching fifth graders that big things are built one step at a time.
And at home, we're living that lesson. I'm Kevin Miles.
I'm Rachel, wife, teacher, and we're getting ready to welcome our baby boy.
We can't wait. We're practicing being big siblings.
Crossbase Medic is our family business, built on one simple belief. Your home should feel safe, comfortable, and healthy for the people you love most.
Crossbase Medic, a healthy home starts from the ground up. You can find us at crossbasemedic.com.
If you've been hurt in a car accident or hurt on the job, there's only one law firm to call. Call my friend Tony at the Collier Law Firm at 502-736-8141. Tony will get you paid. This guy used to work for the insurance company, so he knows the other team's playbook. Tony's a diehard Cardinal fan. His family's from Portland and Shively, and he grew up in Fern Creek. With that combination, you know this man can fight and win. In an accident or hurt on the job, call Collier Law Firm. That's C-O-L-Y-E-R Law Firm. Call today.
Hey, football fans, Louisville football is set to take on returning college football playoff semifinalist Ole Miss in Nashville over Labor Day weekend. The game will be played at Nissan Stadium on Sunday, September 6th. Get tickets now at gocards.com/Music City. Want to catch the Cards at home this season? Visit gocards.com/FBinfo to learn more about available ticket options.
I'm Wave Storm Tracking Team Meteorologist Ryan Hoke. Overnight tonight, we're partly cloudy, very small chance for an isolated downpour. It will be humid and warm, lows only in the 70s Tuesday morning. By Tuesday afternoon, we're hot, highs in the lower 90s. Between 3 and 11 p.m., strong to severe storms will try to move in from the north. That makes it a wave weather alert day. We'll watch for damaging winds. I'm Wave Storm Tracking Team Meteorologist Ryan Hoke.
This Wave Storm Tracking Team forecast is brought to you by Glanz & Buffett Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Comfort you can count on. Service you can trust since 1923.
This is Kentuckiana's only locally owned sports talk. The Big X, AM 1450 and 96.1 FM. WXVW Jeffersonville. W241CK Jeffersonville.
Driving that train, high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind.
Now, were you planning on playing this anyway?
Yeah, this was queued up.
So it wasn't because I could not get that hair out of my nose at the beginning of the show.
No, I just
I didn't know if this was a direct response to that or not.
Also, I wanted to test as you would say, put my toe in the water.
See if they said cocaine?
Well, no, I know we can get away with that. We were said like 5 times.
Well, but music-wise.
Where are you staying on Grateful Dead?
I like the Grateful Dead. Okay. It's not. I'm not like a deadhead, but I enjoy the Grateful Dead.
You're kind of like me. You can listen to the greatest hits, Skeletons in the Closet type album. That's about it.
Yes, like I like the big ones. I mean, if you go to like deep cuts, I don't know them.
Yeah,
maybe I'd like it if I listen to more, but I like what I know.
I could probably name maybe 7 songs by Grateful Dead. Ooh,
I'm probably.
I feel like we're doing a name that too. Can you name more than 7, Mr. Rutherford?
I was gonna say I feel like I'm probably in the same ballpark.
So, well, we got Casey Jones.
I'm a big Casey Jones fan.
Yeah, we've got Truckin'.
I know Truckin'.
Scarlet Begonias.
Yeah.
So that Sublime covered it, and I didn't even know it was a Sublime cover until years later. Touch of Grey.
Touch of Grey.
Box of Rain.
I don't think I know Box of Rain.
Renshaw would play that damn song all the time. He loved Box.
Is that the only reason why you know it?
That's the only reason I know it.
I know.
And that's 5, by the way, and I am not happy that I can't think of another one off the top of my head.
Till the Morning Comes. I know that one.
I'm gonna trust you on that one.
I could just like make up something.
I mean,
now.
okay.
Like have a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could just name it.
Classic Dead song.
Woke up with not knowing where I was. Bill Walton is awesome.
Did you say Box of Rain?
I did.
Scarlet Begonias?
I didn't say that one.
Okay.
Am I naming all the top Spotify songs?
We're pushing the limit of what I know as well now, and I'm realizing I don't know nearly as much as I was hoping.
Nor did I. I thought I could get to 7. I couldn't even meet my own goal.
Uncle John's Band.
Oh, I should. Yeah. Uncle John's Cabin, you mean, or band?
I thought it was band.
It might be band. Uncle John,
Cabin?
No, I think it's a book.
No, that you're thinking of Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Oh, my bad. I knew there was an uncle with a cabin. I just couldn't remember which one. It was John or Tom.
All right, let's move on.
What was the number one Spotify song?
Hold on.
I'm going to say it's Touch of Grey or Casey Jones.
My guess would be Casey Jones.
Touch of Grey is what Dugan likes to mock me for. I call it that's their mainstream song. Because it's the only one that did chart when that they had.
Friend of the Devil.
Oh, we should have known that
we
one.
Both should have
Friend of the Devil is a friend of mine. Oh my good lord!
So Friend of the Devil is 1.
That would have given us 7, by the way. Just those 2 you just
Casey
named.
Jones is 2.
All right.
Ripple is 3. Touch of Grey is 4.
Okay. Ripple, I don't know.
I know Ripple.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I said Ripple.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. At least if I didn't, I said it in my head. I know Ripple.
Are you sure you're not talking about Ridley from Aliens?
I don't know that either. All right. Before we get to the Game Day Men's Health text line, we got to talk about this big cheating golf story in St. Louis that swept the golf community like a wave over the weekend. This is so. I think you'll enjoy this story because of how crazy it is.
Okay.
You're going to think it's lame, and then when I tell you exactly how it played out, it's wonderful. Wonderful is one way to describe it. So there's this guy who apparently was a big-time golfer growing up, and I think played a little bit of D1 golf at Eastern Illinois. So he's he's a stick. He's very good. I think he's a 2 handicap, and he plays in these big member type events at country clubs, kind of across the state of Missouri. Always does real well. And they had a big scramble event at Wing Haven, which is a big club right outside of St. Louis.
Okay.
And it's not a shotgun start, which means everyone starts on hole 1 and you have a tee time. And this guy finds out the night before the event that his group is the very first group going off. They're going off on number 1 before anybody else. So nobody's playing in front of them, which is important for the story.
Is that important? Does that affect the game?
Yeah, it affects the story.
Okay.
So he tells the group that he's playing with, guys, my grandma is really sick. She's been having some health issues. I'm expecting a phone call at some point pretty early in the round that I'm going to have to take. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. And the guys are like, cool, no problem, whatever. So they play the first 3 holes. Okay. They're on the 3rd green, and he's like, I'm getting the call from my grandma. I'm going to just go ahead and drive up to the 4th hole, which is a par 3, and I'm going to tee off, and just to keep the pace of play going. And so they're like, cool, kind of weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
Also bears mentioning there's a huge hole-in-one pot at a lot of events like this, where a portion of the fee to enter the tournament goes to the hole-in-one pot. If anybody hits a hole-in-one, which is super rare, basically doesn't happen in almost all of these events.
Except your family members.
Yeah, all my family members. But you get the huge pot of money.
Okay.
So he goes up to 4.
Par 3, which is a
par 3
feasible hole in one kind of par.
It's apparently the signature hole of the course.
Oh, okay.
And the other 3 guys, they get up there. They're like, "How's your grandma?" And he's like, "Oh, she's doing okay. Like, we're still kind of waiting to see." And they're like, "Did you hit your shot? How'd it go?" And he goes, "I thinned it a little bit. I didn't see where it landed, but I know it hit the green. But I think it may have rolled off the back."
Mm-hmm.
And so they go up there to the green, and they're like, I don't see it. And, of course, they do the whole, like, oh, my God, it's in the hole. Like, I can't believe.
No.
There's a video of this that comes out after the story goes a little bit viral, where the guy is holding the camera, and he's like, he's like, what just happened here, Andy? And the guy's like, holding one, baby. And he walks up to the hole, and he's like, let's bleep and go, and picks his ball up, which is a yellow ball. I don't trust anybody who plays those neon yellow balls. But so he wins the hole-in-one pot afterwards and wins all this money. The story starts getting around, And other people participating in the event, other people who are members of this club, start realizing nobody saw him hit this shot. So they're understandably a little bit skeptical. And they say, hey, are there any cameras out there on the course?
Now, was he, real quick, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
no, good, you're good.
Was he standing still at the tee when the other three of the members of his team joined him?
Yeah, he's up there, so he's playing it off like, I think I hit it okay.
Is it possible for him to get to the hole and back before they get there?
Well, we're going to get there.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I apologize, yeah.
So he's like, I thinned a little bit. So they go up there, the ball's in the hole.
Yeah.
So somebody asked, are there security cameras on the course? And they're like, there's only a couple. They're at like the sort of the sheds where all the grounds crew keeps their equipment because you don't want anybody breaking in there and stealing all this expensive equipment.
Oh yeah.
But one of them does have a camera that so happens to be right on the fourth green. So they go and they check the footage. The night before the event, the guy takes his car, parks it right at the where the shed is. You can see it, walks up to the green, puts his ball in the hole. After the story gets out there, it starts coming out that this guy has mysteriously won a ton of hole-in-one pots. He at two different country club events in Missouri, he mysteriously won hole-in-one pots, one of which paid for his entire wedding when he got married that year. He went on.
I'm assuming divorced, but yeah.
I don't know. The guy has been out. He went on apparently a big sports radio show in Missouri this morning. I don't know how that went, but this whole thing is like, I mean, it is a in-depth cheating deal.
I mean,
it sounds like you kind of admire this guy for his ingenuity.
The ingenuity part I do. The cheating I don't. I mean, because I'm assuming what he did to golf is like point shaving in other sports.
Well, it's also stealing money.
Well, true, and it's just there's an etiquette, right? There's an ethics to the game, right? I mean, you should have some kind of morals and standards, I would think.
Sure. Well, I mean, you also just should not steal when you didn't actually do something.
I mean, again, but I do give him at least.
It's creative.
Yeah, it is creative. I mean, to sneak over the night before and do that, knowing that's where my mind was. As you know, I was like, how did he get to the hole and back? I mean, it's a par 3. I guess it's not that far to begin with, but. I mean, did he never hit a shot originally, I suppose?
I would assume not. Yeah.
I failed
to mention
another ball loose somewhere, I would think.
I failed to mention also, the video shows him not just putting the ball in the hole, but it shows him making a fake divot to where, like, the ball. So he goes up on the green, and he makes this whole point where he's like, it hit here, and it's walking into the hole, baby. Like, so he knows what he's doing.
He knows.
Now, he went, I've got the quotes here. I didn't hear the interview. But he did go on the country club, the course, Winghaven, put out a statement saying, we don't tolerate this or whatever.
Would he get banned from the course?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you get banned from other courses if it spreads around?
I would be willing to bet that yes.
Okay.
He will not be allowed to play in a bunch of events.
I have no fury like a golf course that cheated on.
I mean, he stole like thousands of dollars.
That's true.
So he said on this radio show, you do something as dumb as I did, there are consequences for that. Some are very fair and some aren't. I made a terrible mistake. The lack of moral character. I can take the banter and the chatter and the heat because I deserve that from a golf perspective. What I am most worried about is my family. Oh, here we go. Breaking trust with a marriage that I've had for 5 years next month. We have 2 kids that are under 3, and it's not fair to them for me to put them in that situation where when they walk through a room, there's a stigma that your dad is a cheater. So questions that may get asked or be getting asked down the road, that's the worst part. The golf is secondary. I mean, you did this.
I was going to
yourself.
Thank you. I was going to say, you're getting mad to people that are maybe. I mean, they shouldn't be mocking kids, but you put them in that situation, and clearly have done this before. And now you're. I mean, don't do. The only problem you have with this whole situation is you got caught.
Now he is trying to act like the hole-in-one pot was not his primary motivation. He's saying, because of he's like we were giving a couple shots back, we weren't playing very well. And that's why I chose to go through with this. There's no excuse, but there was no other motivation, just complete stupidity. We were giving 2 shots back to the field because of our handicap. There's no excuse for what happened. I just went about it completely and utterly the wrong way.
I love when people say there's no excuse and then give you an excuse.
Yeah, I felt like we shouldn't have had to give 2 shots back.
The ranks right up there with don't take offense, but, you suck.
People are going to say that he's only sorry because he got caught, and that might have been true at first. Keep in mind, you're saying this happened 2 days ago that you got caught. But the messages that I'm going to get, I'm just someone to attack. People that I've never met in my life, people that don't know me, people that have no clue who I am, they just want to attack. I get it. I opened up the door to that. That's fine. I can take that, but my family doesn't deserve that. And then he also says I'm not a cheater on the golf course.
Well, I mean, that we've already established that's a lie. I mean,
and apparently he's done it in other places too.
I mean, how many home runs this guy supposedly claimed? I mean, there's probably records of this, right?
162. No, I'm just joking. I don't know.
At some point, you got to be wondering why is this guy not on the pro tour? I mean, right?
Him and Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-un. They've just 162 hole-in-ones.
I mean, if you're the wife, do you start thinking maybe he's cheated on you?
I mean, I'll be questioning everything. If you are willing to cheat that brazenly in something like golf for money, which is you're essentially stealing, I would maybe not cheating, but I'd be like, what is he lying to me about? He's a hell of a liar.
I mean, the way he set this up, like you said, wasn't his first rodeo.
I can't wait till Trevor hits a hole in one of the Big X golf scramble. And we all just like we have to check the footage. we see you doing the exact same thing.
2 reasons you can believe me. One, there's no way I'm getting to a hole and back to the pin before anyone else gets there.
Are we doing the Big X golf scramble this year?
And 2, there's no way I'm getting anywhere early before everyone else does.
That's true. It's just laziness would keep you from stealing thousands of dollars from somebody.
Damn right.
I know TJ when he initially announced that he was leaving. Yeah, and at the show, he said they were going to keep doing the golf scramble. I don't know if that's still going to happen.
So now, do I get to actually play in it this year now that I've picked up golf in a way?
Sure.
I might have to borrow someone's clubs, though.
Would you have, if you'd been on that show with TJ, because TJ got very emotional on his last day here. I don't know if you listened to it.
I did. I watched it. Yeah.
Do you think you would have cried?
Who, I?
Yeah. I would have loved it if you
No, I might have got goosebumps, though. I don't know about it cried.
All I can think of is if TJ coming back for the golf scrambles the other day.
I am a baby, though. I choked up at least twice during Shrinking 3 season.
Did you? There were a couple times.
The Gabby scene where she goes off on Lewis was very
good.
Brutal. Yeah.
But Tyler Stevenson, the Reds catcher, he had home run in what everybody thought was going to be his last at bat because they were going to trade him. And they interviewed him after the game, and he's sobbing, and he's talking about how much Cincinnati meant to him. And then, of course, the Reds, because they can't do anything, right? They don't even trade him. So all I could think of was he's coming back into the clubhouse the next morning. He's like, everybody just saw me cry like a witch the night before, just cry like a bee. How am I doing this? That'd be TJ if he just came back and started doing the show again. He's like, I cried in front of everybody.
They didn't cry, though, did he really? I mean, I think he got
choked up.
He got emotional.
Times, which I completely understand.
But none of it was for me, which was disappointing.
I would have loved if you had just been there sobbing. He's like, I can't even talk. Trevor's just crying so loud the entire time. I can't even get my thoughts out.
I'm not crying. You look like a baby.
You could, really? Because you look like a gigantic
get it, baby.
Gameday Men's Health text line is 502-414-1450. Reminder, Gameday Men's Health, redefining men's wellness. No shortcuts, just results. Testosterone, peptides, weight loss, sexual performance therapy, and more. Visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com today to find out what they can do for you. I'm very excited that we just got U of L Athletics puts out an email every single week to media members listing all of the games for that week.
Yeah.
We've got the first one for 2026-27. The women's soccer team kicks off their season in just 2 nights. Louisville, Nebraska, Wednesday, 7:30 at Dr. Mark and Cindy Lynn Stadium.
Is the women's soccer team any good this year?
They were good last year.
Were they? Okay.
Made the tournament, beat Kentucky in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Skippy, that's what we did.
And then Karen Ferguson-Days retired after the year, so we have a new coach. But I think they should be pretty good. But they play on Wednesday. They're always the first ones to start. They play Wednesday against Nebraska, and then they play IU Indy on Sunday. We also have a couple of
IU in Indy or IU Indy?
IU Indy.
Okay.
And then we have a volleyball scrimmage. No, it's not Uwe Pui anymore.
Is it, but as what the school formerly known as Uwe Pui?
Uwe Pui's not. They changed that several years ago.
So is Uwe Pui IU Indy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Uwe Pui is no more.
It's the most confusing sentence I think we've ever had.
But people get it. And there's a volleyball scrimmage and a men's soccer scrimmage on Saturday.
Okay, cool.
Sports are here.
Soccer, baby. You know I'm all about the soccer still.
We love soccer. Texture says, hey, Mike, do you think Phil Castellini calls Dalen Lyle father or daddy?
I love how the first text is a Reds question.
We don't talk about baseball on this show.
It's the Reds. The first thing we
don't
get
talk
the
about
Reds.
baseball. We don't talk about baseball on this show.
We got women's soccer starting on Wednesday. We've got football practices. We've got Teddy retirement, and the first thing you get is a Reds question.
We don't talk about it on the show. Sorry, but probably Daddy. Illinois texter says no free ads. Oh, this was earlier. Do y'all partake in 7 Brew? This was not directed at our show. I just tried 7 Brew for the first time because I kept hearing about it a couple weeks ago. It's delicious.
Is it good? Is it better than Starbucks?
Yes.
Is it same pricing as Starbucks?
It's pricey.
I mean, Starbucks ain't cheap though. I mean, let's be honest. I could buy like a combo and that would feed me for the day is what it costs to get 2 coffees at Starbucks.
I mean, I used to make fun of I was like, they're adult milkshakes. It's not about the caffeine, but these are adult milkshakes too, and they're delicious. I can't hate on them. Very good. The older I get, the less that I'm.
But you still drink the coffee. Like one of my favorite things I would get at there or even Scoots is like the strawberry like lemonade drinks they have.
Oh, you do those like mixers or whatever.
Yeah, those are. Well, I don't know if it's a mixer. They call them like Asiagos or something or
acai.
Acai, that's it. Yeah, that's the word. I always pronounce it wrong when I'd go order it, and I always feel like a fool. Kind of like when I used to try to order croissants, and I always feel like I was going to say it wrong, so I just get donuts instead.
Do you get that when you are on your way to the spa, or is it when you're on your way to get your nails and toes done?
You say my nails and toes done?
Yeah.
Do you think I've ever had a pedicure?
I'm calling you a woman.
Look at me. Do I think I've ever had anyone touch my feet that I didn't have to pay for it? Like more than it would cost to get a pedicure?
Yes.
I've never had a pedicure.
Texas, with sports ball quickly approaching, it's imperative that this question be asked now, as I just realized that Trevor has not had an opportunity to answer. Oh, God, it's this again.
I don't know what this is.
If the Pillsbury Doughboy was in front of you right now, would you consensually boop his belly?
You mean like poke it?
Yeah, you're familiar with the Pillsbury Doughboy, right?
Yeah.
You would touch the belly.
Touch it. You know how many times I had, as a fat kid, had people doing it to me?
Thank you. I'm glad we're on the same page.
It was don't get me wrong, I would do it to the Pillsbury Doughboy because I've had it done to me, but
like
it's annoying as all it's bleep.
Okay, so this question came up maybe a year, 2 years ago when you were gone.
Yeah, it's a weird question.
I mean, people made it weird. Like Roman was like, no, that's great. People tried to make this sexual. And the fact of the matter is, he wants you to boop his belly. It's the whole thing. If you not every single commercial this guy's ever been, they're booping his belly and he's going, hee. It's the whole thing. There's no other point in meeting him.
How is it considered sexual?
It's like meeting Santa and not telling him what you want for Christmas. He wants you to do it. It's the only reason he exists. People are like, oh, that's gross. You would touch his belly? He wants you to.
Do people not know the commercial? Do they not know who the Pillsbury Doughboy is?
The whole thing.
That's it's this whole like image.
I mean, I don't care for the noise. That's the only thing that can make it a little bit weird, but that's what he wants you to do. I said, hell yeah, I would.
Yeah,
and Roman and everybody listening tried to make me feel weird.
No,
I'm not weird. You guys are weird.
That's like meeting, like you said, meeting Santa or a celebrity. I mean, you can't. You'd have to do it.
Thank you. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't want anybody doing it to me. It was annoying. But
you're not the Pillsbury Doughboy, though. He's a mythical creature.
Tell that to everybody in the 6th grade.
Just saying. You meet the Pillsbury, it's like the one thing that you do. It's like going to see the Blarney Stone. Would you kiss it? Of course, it's what you do.
I was trying to think of an example. You had a good one with Santa. Like who I don't know what the example would be, but that's funny.
If you made it to the end of the rainbow, would you look for the gold? Hell yeah. It's the whole point.
If you had a bowl of tricks, would you not give it to the rabbit? No.
Same. Exactly. Thank you. Texas, hey, Mike and Nancy's kid. This is from Trevor's stepdad.
Hey, Papa. By the way, I know who Papa is now.
Do you really?
Yeah, Papa gave his identity away when he invited me to the fantasy college football.
Is it somebody you know?
No.
Okay.
If I do, I'm sorry, I don't remember.
He said, I went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame today, and it was incredible.
Oh, Papa.
Here's some pictures of the wall of busts, a couple of Mike's favorites, and one of TK's. There's Calvin Johnson. Who else do we have here? We've got Barry Sanders, perfect. We've got a bunch of different guys, and then we've got Jerry Jones there at the end. That's for you, Trevor.
I'm assuming it's for me.
Jerry Jones looks creepy as hell in this. Even creepier than usual.
I guess Papa went up there for the game on this week or maybe, I don't know, but Canton is the last vacation I took technically was when I went to the Hall of Fame back in 2014. I want to go back to Canton and back to baseball again. Like Canton is so awesome. And where he's at right there, that wall of statue, the Hall of Statues is so great.
Boxcar.
I'm jealous. That's why I'm a step kid. I get left behind.
Yeah, you're not good enough to go. He took the real kids.
He did. He took his real kids. Left poor Trevor behind. Yeah, stepdad's in Canton.
He left you with the PlayStation 2, though.
Look, I'm at home watching Hangover 3, and he's in Canton enjoying the Hall of Fame.
Here's some PlayStation 2 and some Pirates booty. Just go to town. Have a good night. Boxcar Bob says, good suggestion on the Idaho Murders doc on Netflix. I'd not heard anything about this when it happened, so it was a wild ride going in blind. The ending was a bit anticlimactic, though. Well, there's a new ending in real life because the guy is trying to withdraw his guilty plea.
Still have to watch that, by the way.
So I can't remember if you said you watched Maternal Instinct, but you should if you haven't. We both watched it now.
Yeah, it's insane.
Both like it. My God, that was an insane level of escalation to try and keep a lie going. Oh, yeah. There was a certain point where, like, my rage was just like burning. I was like, I've got to see this person go down. And then you get to the end. I still didn't think that, like, that was what was going to happen.
I kind of wondered too. Like,
did you?
Yeah, because as a
Mary did too, and I was shocked.
Like I had a feeling like
because they weren't interviewing her.
Because exactly the one. Yeah, that's kind of started giving me a hint.
Yeah,
but I was like, maybe knows why she's not. I mean, I thought she was gonna like kidnap the kid.
That's where my mind was. Boxcar Bob also says classic mythical creatures: dragons, unicorns, griffins, and the Pillsbury Doughboy. We said Santa too. Would you not ride a dragon?
I'd ride a dragon. Would you ride a unicorn?
Of course.
The Last Unicorn. Do you remember that show? That cartoon?
It sounds familiar.
It was like came out around the same time as The Hobbit did. It had the same look as the cartoon.
Shockingly overshadowed by The Hobbit.
Yeah.
The Last Unicorn.
Last Unicorn made me tear up a little bit too.
Okay. Let's take a break. When we come back, it's the third hour of the show. We got a couple stories that we have not gotten to just yet. A lot of text to get to as well. Keep them coming at 502-414-1450. Hour 3 is next here on 1450 and 96.1. Big X Sports Radio.
Makes it on time. Leave Central Station about 8:45. At Trevor Junction at 17:02 at 9:45. You know it's traveling again.
Hey there, New Albany. This is Mayor Jeff Gahan. It's another year here in our River City, and what better time to show your support for our high school's athletic programs. Whether it's basketball or football, track and field or soccer, swimming or tennis, our Bulldogs are giving it their all on the field and court. So let's rally behind them, New Albany. Come out to the games, cheer them on, and let's make some noise. Let's show everyone what it means to be a part of the best city in southern Indiana. Go Bulldogs.
Guns, Gears, Deal. It's everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, we've got what you're looking for. Fast. SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Kimber, Dan Wesson, Wilson Combat. Selling? We've got selling. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Don't wait. Get in today. Everything Concealed Carry, 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry. Serious selection, serious value.
Card Nation, your Louisville volleyball team is headed to Music City in September. Check out the team in the Broadway Block Party on September 6th. Your Cards look to take on Powerhouse, Texas in a matchup at Bridgestone Arena. Grab your tickets at gocards.com/VB Nashville today.
Check the back seat. Come here. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good. Because every year, dozens of children are forgotten in the backseat of a car by a parent or caregiver. All never thought it could happen to them. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Swing into the action at Park Mammoth Golf Club, a breathtaking and challenging course just off I-65 in Park City, Kentucky. Stay in the know with the Park Mammoth Golf Club app. Get course updates, special offers, GPS, gift cards, and easy tee time bookings. After your round, unwind at the Mammoth Grill, where delicious food meets stunning course views in our brand new clubhouse. Visit parkmammothgolfclub.com and experience the best in golf today.
As a proud sponsor of the Mike Rutherford Show and Louisville Cardinals basketball, United Mechanical is committed to providing the same reliability on and off the court. United Mechanical is Kentuckiana's business winning choice for reliable HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and refrigeration services. Season after season, call United Mechanical, your trusted home team partner at 502-339-1133. That's 502-339-1133. Let's go Cards. If you've been hurt in a car accident or hurt on the job, there's only one law firm to call. Call my friend Tony at the Collier Law Firm at 502-736-8141. Tony will get you paid. This guy used to work for the insurance company, so he knows the other team's playbook. Tony's a diehard Cardinal fan. His family's from Portland and Shively, and he grew up in Fern Creek. With that combination, you know this man can fight and win. In an accident or hurt on the job, call Collier Law Firm. That's Colyer Law Firm. Call today. Cards fans, take accounting to a whole new level with U of L's Masters in Accounting and Analytics. In-depth data analytics courses allow you to achieve a new mastery of accounting in this AACSB accredited program. 11-month competitive internship opportunities and full access to the Becker CPA exam review prepare you to graduate career ready in just 12 months. Visit business.louisville.edu/U of L MSAA to learn more.
Options. When it comes to insurance, that's exactly what you deserve. I'm Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, and I've been proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. As an independent agent, we work with auto owners insurance to find coverage that fits you, not the other way around. InsureMax delivers strength, service, and peace of mind through partners like Auto Owners Insurance. More choices, more options. Call me, Chad Hennessy, at 502-479-4085.
We're going up around the bend. Bring a song and a smile for the banjo. Better get wild and get good.
Should have asked this earlier, but there's no theme today, right?
Nah, Monday's usually kind of let's see what's in Trevor's mind at 12:45 at night.
It just feels like 60 songs that feel like they could have been in Forrest Gump but aren't actually in Forrest Gump.
Well, I did have Detroit Rock City and Jimmy Eats World. Those were.
Well, that's true.
I don't know if I'd put those.
The last two, maybe.
Jimmy Eats World in there. Now, I think
recency bias there.
One, where do you stand on CCR?
Love CCR.
Okay. Two, I may have told
Creedence tapes if you're lucky.
It's a great reference. I may have told you this fun fact before or not, but did you know CCR was only together for 4 years but did 7 albums?
No.
They technically, because Fogerty left in 72 and their first album came out in 68. But they produced 7 studio albums in 4 years.
That's wild.
They never had a number 1 hit.
I can believe that.
But can you tell me how many times they had a number 2 song?
Oh, I mean, Proud Mary, I can see that.
Proud Mary was one of them, yes.
Bad Moon Rising.
That is correct.
I can see that. I Put a Spell on You.
I can't remember.
I can see that being up there. I'm going to say 3.
7.
7 number 2 hits.
7 times. Talk about Bridesmaid, Never a Bride.
Have you ever seen The Rain?
You named the 2. Green River.
Okay.
Then Down on the Corner and Fortunate Son both got to number 3. Traveling Band and Who'll Stop the Rain, both number 2.
I mean, this is one of those bands that you forget how many
hits.
Looking Out My Back Door, like just how many there are.
This up Around the Bend, which I just played, and Run Through the Jungle reached number 4. Looking Out My Back Door and Look Long as I Can See the Light, both hit number 2. Have You Seen the Rain topped at number 8.
Okay.
Then
I would expect that to be
Then
high.
they had a number 6, and the last song that reached number 2 was Long as I Can See the Light, which was on their 1970 album.
There's
I mean, that's insane to have that many just hits, and it's such a short time.
There's a book that John always picks.
John Fogerty or John, your son?
John, my son.
Okay, just want to make sure because we're talking CCR. Just want to make sure.
I think it's. I can't remember exactly which one it is. I think it's A Friend for Bear. And the first line of the book is early in the evening, just about supper time.
Nice.
And every time, like Mary doesn't know the song, and every time I'm the one who's reading goodnight books, like it's like the rest of the night is just ruined for me because I'm like early in the evening, just about supper time, and it's I mean very clearly a reference to the song. and I love it, and I can't. The kids were like, "Why do you always sing that song?" And I'm like, "Let me play it for you." And they were like, we're not that into it."
It's also crazy. Like John Fogerty's like, and of course his brother Tom, the other one behind the main people behind CCR. Like they're from like Southern California. But they made their living off like Southern rock, even though they had never been there.
I can see that being a little bit of a South California side.
It's also a sad story with the Fogerty brothers.
About what?
They never reconciled, and then Tom would die of AIDS in '84, I think '85.
I didn't know that.
He wasn't. It was a blood transfusion, which I mean, I don't know if that matters, but he received AIDS because of that, and him and John never reconciled their differences when they broke up in the early '70s.
That does.
He never saw him again.
That's sad.
It's
Very
kind of a sad story,
yeah. Thanks for making me transition from that.
Yeah, good luck on that.
Appreciate it.
Good way to segue that into a cheating golfer or something, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Final hour.
Do about that,
the radio show here. 502-414-1450 is the Game Day Men's Health. Ooh, I got invited to the sneak peek at the new Magnolia Bakery that's opening up in New. People know me. They know my interests out there.
You're getting invited to a grand opening of a bakery?
I've got a VIP invite to the Magnolia Bakery. I will be there. I get a +1. Do you want to go?
I feel like this is the one time I can be your +1 over
to
Mary.
a bakery.
Yeah, it's like I feel like I'm the clean Newman.
Someone's
coming
gonna watch
in.
the kids.
Let me get an 8-ounce glass, clean.
I'm definitely going to this. Let's hit up Magnolia.
Ooh, I
Mac
love
on some
bakeries.
cupcakes.
I love.
That one in New York, very famous.
I've never heard of them. I don't even know where Nulu is, to be honest with you.
Okay, well that's a you problem.
I think it's a new problem, isn't it?
Nulu. A couple things to get to here before we go back to the Game Day Men's Health text line 502-414-1450 there. We've got to talk about the bobblehead that the Louisville Bats are giving away at the end of this month. So, Pat Kelsey, they had him out. He threw a first pitch. They're giving away a Pat Kelsey bobblehead on August 28th, day after my birthday, if anybody wants to get me a late gift. Nice. If you haven't seen the picture,
I mean,
you can find it on the Bats social media accounts. You can find it. I retweeted this yesterday. Let's just say it. He looks like a light-skinned black guy.
Oh yeah,
this is Black Kelsey. This is I've got to have a Black Kelsey bobblehead. His hair does not look anything like that in real life. He's not that dark complected. They made the facial hair look like a light-skinned black guy's facial hair. There's no other way to say it.
Did the hair I just saw this. I didn't notice. I didn't break it down, I guess, that well enough.
Oh, I did. The first thing that I thought, he looks. It's like a hybrid of Steph Curry and sort of like the generic intellectual black guy that they would have on Saved by the Bell back in the day.
I remember. I mean, I saw it on whatever account, whether years, and he did give him the hair too, didn't he?
Yes. He looks black.
He looks blacker than the guy Elaine thought was black when she dated him.
He does. Like Chef Kelsey.
I mean, seriously, like if someone's got to be like, guys. I mean, in the marketing, like Nick, where are you at? Somebody had to step up, right? I mean,
maybe he wanted it like this.
Maybe Pat requested it.
I did love. So I tweeted that out. I was like, I got to get one of these Black Kelsey bobbleheads. This guy Mark Holloway on Twitter responded with, "Coach been wearing that wave cap at night. Them waves are making me seasick," which I just loved. A lot of people compared him to like some of these soccer coaches that are out there. A lot of Mike McDaniel references. A lot of Steph Curry references. He is.
It does have Curry, yeah.
I mean, we need this bobblehead for the studio. We've got to get it.
Yeah. Can we pull some? I mean, we don't have the bats anymore on our airways, but can we pull some strings?
Sean Ball just texted me and said, "I'm convinced that PK was just too busy the day of the bobblehead modeling and asked Peyton to stand in for him."
That's a good joke.
It might
look like Peyton.
It might look more like Peyton than it does Pat Kelsey.
Does Peyton wear glasses at any time? I don't think so.
They may have just done Peyton and put glasses on it.
We're just adding glasses to it. Does look like
I don't know, but it's phenomenal. I need it. I've got to have it. I want it.
Do you have a bobblehead of yourself?
Oh, actually, my aunt gave us as a wedding gift.
Okay,
one of me and Mary. But the problem was we were dog sitting like a year after we got married.
Here's where this is going.
The dog like mauled my face. It left Mary completely untouched, but it like ate my nose. I've got like a part of my eyes missing. So it's even like anything of us together is always like, here's this gross like whatever looking guy, and here's this beautiful woman. Now it made it even worse. Where like I'm disfigured, and she's looking gorgeous as the bobblehead. So I still have it, but it's not good.
You as a Norm Macdonald fan, did you ever see the movie Dirty Work?
I know I did. It's been a long time.
Okay, there's Chris Farley walks around in hunt of the Saigon whore that bit off the tip of his nose.
No, I don't.
It's like the movie plot line. He's constantly walking around looking for that poor Saigon whore.
That was me, pretty much.
Bit off, that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
I have one buddy that got a bobblehead, and he used to have it up in his living room. We went over his house for like a draft one day. And, I mean, I guess you could say it looks like him, but I kept staring at it. Maybe it was just the left-handed cigarettes. I finally had to ask him. I was like, Mike, why do you have a bobblehead of Tom Crean on your wall? He's like, that's me, man. I'm like, are you sure? Like, my employees gave that to me like for my birthday. I'm like, I think they took that from an IU game, dude. Just gave it to you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think what my son, I mean, as a fat guy, you could be any bobblehead for me, and you could just say it looks like me.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean,
you gotta get the hair right. You gotta get the hair
I
right.
came with the hair out of my AI pictures.
And the facial hair. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why
I
it
need
doesn't
to
look
shave, by the way. It's starting to itch again.
Why it doesn't look like you. A couple other things that have gone on. So just now breaking, there's yet another new state has filed a lawsuit for eligibility in South Carolina. There are 17 players. There's one super notable player on this, which is Malik Renew from Miami by way of Indiana. Very good for them last year. Would be a huge ad for anybody that's able to pick him up for next season. I mean, at this point, I think you just assume that all these guys are going to be eligible. So Malik Renew can better the front court of somebody out there. We'll see where he goes.
Is this the second state to do this since Colorado?
I believe it's now the third.
Was there somebody before or after Colorado?
Colorado was the first.
Who came in second? I don't remember hearing a second.
I don't. But it was a wave of like 20 players.
Oh, and they took the same side as Colorado did?
Yes. All these players are going to end up being eligible. It looks like at this point.
I mean, they simply can't appeal every one of these states, can they?
At this point, it almost feels like they're just going to punt.
I mean, because at what point do you appeal Colorado and then those guys are ineligible, but you still have time? You don't have time to appeal State 5, and those guys stay eligible by the time you get to it.
Especially with football starts in like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
we're very close. Basketball, I get that you've got a little bit more time,
but even still,
yeah. I mean, we'll see how Louisville handles this. We'll see. Did you see the kids that were out there with the Isaac Brown Heisman time poster that he took pictures with? I will say this for Isaac. I know people are upset with him for not practicing and stuff. After every practice, he is taking a lot of time to post for pictures and give hugs to kids, and like he handles all of that stuff very, very well, which is good for him.
Well played
by him. I got a little exercise for you.
I don't want to exercise.
A little bit of an exercise. So there is a website, College Football Zone, has picked Louisville to go 10-2.
Okay.
They also put up the win probabilities for Louisville in every game, and I'm not looking at them. I've got them blurred out.
Okay.
But I want us to give what we think the percentage chance of Louisville winning each game
now is this
be, and see how it matches up against the ESPN win percentage.
Do I go by my opinion, like because with the Ole Miss game, or should I go by just what maybe I think
for
on
instance,
paper?
like what percentage chance do you give Louisville to win the season opener against Ole Miss?
Say 65%.
Really?
I'm high on this game. I think we're going to come out.
I'm going 30%.
Okay.
The ESPN win percentage says
right 40s.
31%.
30 close, yeah. I figured it'd be closer to you. I mean, I am in the minority in this case. I get that. But hey, it's going to make it even more glorious when it happens.
Would be great. I mean, I expect it to be about kickoff. I'd say about like 6.5, 7 points.
35-14. I beat them on the game this weekend.
God, well, there you go. Hey, I like that.
By the way, Isaac Brown ran for almost 200 yards in that game.
He's just saving up, man.
I'm just telling you.
He's getting ready to go. Week 2, now Villanova, FCS semifinalists last year. The big, I think, fear for this game, if there is one, is the fact that you're playing it 5 days after the season opener, which seems brutally unfair, but what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Percentage chance that we beat Villanova?
88%.
Oh, that's kind of low.
Really? I mean, I guess I thought that was being okay. Let's say 90.
I'm going to say 95% chance.
I'll be honest with you. When you just said semifinals last year, it did give me a little bit of a shiver a little bit.
97% is what the ESPN win percentage says. Week 3, we get an extra day of rest before maybe the biggest ACC game of the year at home against SMU, who has beaten us the last 2 years. What percentage chance do you give us to win that game?
Home game. I have this sinking feeling Rhett Lashley has Jeff's number a little bit.
I hope not.
I know. I don't want to. I hate saying it that loud. You know how much I love Jeff. And the only person that should have his number should be me. I'm going to say because I do think we're going to, I feel like, I'm going to say 45%.
I'm
a little under 50. I'm going to say 50, but I'm going to slip it down a little low.
I think that I think just home field advantage gives me a big lift. I'm going to say 60%.
Okay. I feel like we're opposite on these
We are.
two big games, yeah.
SMU, ESPN says 53% chance of winning that game.
That's, I think, a bump for the home field as well, a little bit there.
I mean, you look at these preseason rankings. A lot of them have us right next to each other. Most of them have SMU slightly ahead of Louisville. So I can see how home field 53%. That sounds about right. But I'm going to say I feel better about it than Kevin Jennings. Also, by the way, hurt today, not badly, but it is something.
So does he get a discount at his hospital?
He's going to take me to my room.
I mean, do you get at least a private room if the hospital is named after you?
Take me to the Kevin Jennings Recovery Center, please.
Does he get the suite? Does he get his own? Does he get cable in the room?
He's just constantly referring to it as the Kevin Jennings Recovery Center, and nobody else. Like, you can just say the trainer's room. No, take me to the Kevin Jennings recovery room.
You sure he didn't say me recovery room?
It is an injury. It's an injury on his throwing hand. He is expected to be limited for the next 1 to 2 weeks of camp, per Rhett Lashley. Jammed his finger badly in the locker room on Friday.
Oh, wow.
But is expected to be fine for the start of the season.
He jammed his finger,
I don't know if I'm buying that story. Jammed it in the locker room?
I mean, when it comes to Jennings, if his legs are okay, I think his arms are irrelevant.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying that story. Okay. Week 4 at home versus Wake Forest.
Week 4 at home versus Wake Forest. I don't think Wake's supposed to be that great anyway.
They're not supposed to be very good.
I didn't think so. I'm going to go back with 85%.
I was going to say 83. Where I'm just looking up where Wake.
I should have been a little higher on Villanova, you're right, but I was thinking 90.
It was picked to finish 13th out of 17 teams. ESPN says 73. I think that's a little too low.
Well, it is. I guess they just assumed that but Wake Forest is going to get revenge on us for all the times we beat them when they were supposed to be good.
I guess. Starting October, we're at NC State.
Ooh, this is a scary game, too. Because NC State's a tough place to play when they're not
We
good.
don't play particularly well down there.
No, we don't. I'm going to go 64%.
I'm going to say 54%. I'm going to go a little bit less than you. But I do think we should be favored in that.
I agree.
ESPN says 39%.
Wow. Who's this person doing this?
This is the college football zone, but they're using the ESPN percentages.
Gotcha.
This is one of the two games they pick us to lose. They pick us to lose to Ole Miss, and they pick us to lose to NC State.
I assume that since they're going to give us 30% chance to win on the road.
Next week, short week, Friday night, Florida State at home.
90%. I think we're gonna mollywop them.
A lot. I'm gonna say 60%.
No, we're gonna mollywop them as fake Jacob once said.
That's a very personal percentage. I feel like, which is fine. ESPN says 58%.
We have a knack of first of all, I feel like I just want to beat the crap out of Florida State.
Well, I do too.
Like them, and they are kind of. I mean, are they my biggest ACC rival? I think
you feel about them the way that I feel about Clemson. I hate Clemson.
I do hate Clemson, though. Don't get me wrong.
As you should.
But I guess, I don't know, Florida State just always I never liked Florida State even when we didn't play them in the 90s, and Bobby Bowden, he said annoy me.
October 17th, back on Saturday at Syracuse, who is supposed to be a little bit down.
Yeah, which is not normal.
I think that this is the one that I keep pointing to as the dangerous one on this game.
Well, it's because it's at Syracuse. It's just the PTSD from all the times we've had issues at Syracuse.
They've got talent at unique positions.
Like the only game we didn't struggle with Syracuse was the Lamar Jackson hurdle game. Like every other time, I
Satterfield also kicked their ass.
Well, that's true. I know we have, but it just seems like anytime it's the oh man, that game, they're kind of our ACC version of South Florida. It feels.
I agree with that. Give me a percentage.
All right, I'm going to say this is going to be higher. Maybe it's just me. I'm going to say 75%.
I was going to say 81%.
Oh, look at you! I think I've gone higher than you on all these too. Almost
72%. You're
okay. Wow. All right, me and ESPN. All right.
Halloween, we get a bye week before Halloween. We are at home against Stanford, who is predicted to be the worst team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say?
What do you say there? I'm gonna say 62 because this is one of those games I feel we could maybe nap on too much.
It's sad because the game 2 years ago would have been 95%.
Oh, I know.
And we lost. So I feel ridiculous being 90%. I'm gonna say 87%. 90% is what ESPN said. It is 90%. Okay. October 7th, we start, or November 7th, I should say, we start the last month of the season. We are at Georgia Tech.
90 is that's the second highest other than Villanova, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. At Georgia Tech, I'm I'm curious how good this team's going to be.
They're a little bit of a mystery too.
Because, I mean, you don't have Haynes King now. Let's see what Key does with them. They did bring in the little brother from IU, right? And who they brought in?
Exactly.
I can't remember his name. Little Mendoza.
I'm surprised that they don't have this as the game that we're losing. So, because they 39% was at NC State. Georgia Tech is picked to finish higher in the ACC than NC State is. So I would assume that this is going to be. I mean, you would assume that this would also be below 50%.
Yeah, I'm going to go in the 50s. I'm going to say 56.
I'll say 49, just because I think it's weird that it's 60. 60%.
Right.
I don't know what this is calculated. I guess the media higher on Georgia Tech than the computers are going into the season. A week later, we are at the newly Bobby Petrino-led North Carolina Tar Heels on November 14th. Who you got? Or what's the percentage?
Well, guys, I think Louisville.
There's going to be a lot of mixed emotions. It's clearly a program that I'm very familiar with.
Gonna need the tissues. I'm gonna say
sounds like Bobby. Every impression you do just ends up sounding like Bobby from Bobby's World.
It's because you love it so much.
Not Petrino.
I would say Louisville 72%.
I was gonna say 70. 57. It's too low.
Maybe they feel like those emotions for Bobby Petrino are going to be higher than that.
At home against Pitt, I'll say 66%.
I'll say 69 giggity.
65.
Oh, we were in the same ballpark, though.
And then season finale, we are at Kentucky.
100.
Don't do that.
I'm not. I can't almost help myself.
I mean, I'm trying to guess what they're going to say. I'm going to say like 76%.
If we're guessing what they're going to say a little bit here, I will say, what'd you say, 67?
I said 76.
76? I'm going to go 67. I'm going to go opposite.
57.
Ugh.
I don't like that's too close. I don't agree with that. It's too close. Okay.
Robbery game.
But they got to go in 10-2 overall.
I mean, by our judgments on our flaws, I mean, where do you have Louisville right now? Just, I mean, have we done really a prediction yet or not?
We haven't. I always wait till the week of.
Okay.
But
I feel like you're leaning towards a 10-2. Like
I'm leaning towards 9-3.
No, 10-2, 9-3. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like 9-3 is the generic safe bet. That's kind of what I'm going with. But I could be talked out of it between now and Labor Day week.
I mean, picking us to win 9 games is pretty much a safe haven when it comes to Brom, right?
Yeah, or 8. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Well, we've won 9 twice and 10 once, so if you count bowl games.
Well, we won. I mean, but I'm saying the regular season. You can't.
Yeah.
We're picking. We were 8-4 last year regular season. I think 8-4 the year before, and then 10-2 or 10-2 before the AC title game in year 1. So yeah, between 8 and 10, that's the
sweet spot.
The sweet spot right now. Joel Klatt, by the way, Fox Sports released his preseason top 25 this morning. He has Louisville at number 19. He's got Miami at number 4, SMU at number 18. Clemson properly not ranked, so props to him. Athlon came out with their official preseason top 25 as well this morning. They've got Louisville at number 23. Do we think it's a week from today when we get the AP poll? Do we think that Louisville will be in that AP top 25 poll?
Yeah, no higher than 20, probably 22 or 23 though. If they are,
I'm going to say that they're exactly 25.
I'm thinking in the video game they start out at 24.
Do they?
Yeah, for what it's worth. And after you beat Ole Miss, you're like, I was like ranked 10th, and then SMU was undefeated. And they were like 22nd.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you're probably right. 25 maybe at the best. 24, 25. I mean, do we want to be in the rank or do we want to be outside, just outside?
I mean, I prefer to be in the top 25. It's good for brand recognition.
I mean, we'll be there if we beat Ole Miss anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but it'd be nice to start the season ranked, to have that little number next to your name scrolling across the bottom line. Just grab some attention.
Especially if you're airing that game on TV, it'd be nice putting 2 ranked teams. As we mentioned, it could be the only game between 2 ranked teams.
Well, now they're going to rank Clemson, apparently. So,
Clemson,
LSU. Get on
banging the baseball.
Second team the All-American teams from On 3 were just released. Louisville has a second-team All-American on offense in Isaac Brown. They have a third-team All-American on defense in Clev Lubin. How do we feel about that? Good?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Isaac Brown being second team is probably, you know what, they could disrespect him a lot more and not put him on there probably.
If you want to get fired up, the first 2 names on the offensive team: quarterback Trinidad Chambliss, Ole Miss; running back Kewan Lacey, Ole Miss. Boom. Boom.
Really? I was going to say I'm thinking somebody else, but okay.
Tight end Jamari Johnson, also formerly at Louisville.
That one kind of stings.
Yeah, it stinks. We all knew he was going to be so good. Everybody knew it.
Well, we'll see, because he when he won the guy that wasn't much for blocking, right?
Yeah,
kind of more
he was
receiver.
okay, but certainly more of a basket. But he's big enough that he can be like a pretty good blocker.
Yeah, he checks every like box for like NFL tight ends nowadays.
Agreed.
That was the guy he replaced.
Yeah,
the dude that went to the Jets.
Let's see here. We don't have time to get to the text. We got time for like one more thing. What do I have here? I had one more thing that I was going to get to. That's too much. That's too in depth. Oh, Louisville has offered a scholarship to an interesting class of 2028 5-star prospect. Benji Burrell, who plays currently in Romania. The staff traveled over the weekend to watch him play. He promptly answered with a 33-point, 22-rebound game. This is a guy who's suiting up for a dynamic prep in Dallas as of this high school season. 6'7", 240 pounds. A lot of people think that Houston has the inside track on him because he's right in their backyard. Texas also recruiting him heavily, but Louisville going all in to get Benji to be a Cardinal. That is a name to circle, a name to keep an eye on. We got a couple more years.
Grown man, by the way.
He's 6'7", 240. You better.
Yeah, I'm looking at his picture. He's a grown man.
He's enormous. But, hey, we go to Romania to see you play. Who else is going to Romania? Who loves you, kid? Come be a
5-star.
5-star player. Let's make it happen. Let's go to break. When we come back, we will run through the Game Day Men's Health text line, 502-414-1450. We'll make some predictions for the Monday night ahead in sports, and then we'll call it a day. Keep it locked right here, Rutherford Show. Wrapping it up next on 1450 and 96.1, Big X Sports Radio.
There's an ear for what you say. Come on to rise and win. We're going up around the bend.
I spend my days teaching 5th graders that big things are built one step at a time.
And at home, we're living that lesson. I'm Kevin Miles.
I'm Rachel, wife, teacher, and we're getting ready to welcome our baby boy.
We can't wait. We're practicing being big siblings.
Crawlspace Medic is our family business, built on one simple belief. Your home should feel safe, comfortable, and healthy for the people you love most.
Crawlspace Medic, a healthy home starts from the ground up. You can find us at crawlspacemedic.com.
Hi, it's your old hardwood floor. Yeah, the one with all the loose nails that snag your socks and shred your Swiffers. I know it's intimidating to replace me, but Carpet Mart makes it simple. They have every kind of hard surface flooring you could want, and even better, they take great care of you through the whole process. With Carpet Mart, you get confidence with every step. With me, you could get tetanus with every step. Get started at mycarpetmart.com.
T.A. Jenkins and T.A. Jenkins Company, LLC, proud sponsor of high school basketball on the Big X. Call Terry Jenkins at 812-989-7381 for your residential and commercial construction needs. Design, build, or remodel, it's T.A. Jenkins Company, LLC, located in New Albany. Email Terry at tajenkins@tajenkinsco.com. That's G-I-N-K-I-N-S. T.A. Jenkins Company.
Since 1880, Merriman Billings Funeral Home has played a vital role in Bullitt County and Metro Louisville. They're the only family-owned and operated funeral home in Shepherdsville. Merriman Billings can help you plan ahead on their innovative website, MARAMAN Billings.com. Learn unique ways to celebrate a life and leave a lasting impression. Visit MerrimanBillings.com and explore possibilities you may have never thought of before. Merriman Billings is a trusted name. Call them at 502-955-9771.
When design is key to your landscape project, give Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design a call at 812-288-6691. Walnut Ridge has more experience than any landscape company in the area. Remember, Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design. When design is key to your project and you want the most experienced landscaping company in the area. Give Walnut Ridge a call at 812-288-6691. Walnut Ridge Landscape and Design. When design is key.
Sunrise with Scoots.
Here's what Kurt Signetti had to say at Big Ten Media Day.
The Big Ten is the best league in football. I mean, we don't run a hype machine up here in the Midwest, and when we fall short, we don't cry a river, whine, and complain, and that's why we're the best.
I mean, that is a mic drop. I don't know at this juncture that you could say he's wrong.
Weekday mornings at 7, followed by Just the Cats at 8 on the Big X Sports Radio.
Guns, gears, and great deals. Say it with me. Everything concealed carry. With over 1,000 firearms in stock, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Shop SIG, Smith & Wesson, HK, Glock, and more. Plus the best selection of used guns in Louisville. Looking for premium? Check out Kimber, Dan Wesson at Wilson Combat. We pay cash for guns, and we always have specials. Visit Everything Concealed Carry. 10306 Taylorsville Road in the heart of J-Town. Everything Concealed Carry, your best shot at a great deal.
I'm Wave Storm Tracking Team Meteorologist Ryan Hoke. Overnight tonight, we're partly cloudy, very small chance for an isolated downpour. It will be humid and warm, lows only in the 70s Tuesday morning. By Tuesday afternoon, we're hot, highs in the lower 90s. Between 3 and 11 p.m., strong to severe storms will try to move in from the north. That makes it a wave weather alert day. We'll watch for damaging winds. I'm Wave Storm Tracking Team Meteorologist Ryan Hoke.
This Wave Storm Tracking Team forecast is brought to you by Glanz & Buffett Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Comfort you can count on. Service you can trust since 1923.
This is Kentuckiana's only locally owned sports talk. The Big X, AM 1450 and 96.1 FM, WXVW Jeffersonville.
The camera pans, a cocktail glass, behind a blind of plastic plants. Yeah. With a fat diamond ring. Then you know I can't remember a damn thing. I think it's one of
the final segment of the Monday edition of the Mike Rutherford Show, 1450, 96.1 Big X Sports Radio. Trevor Kelsey's in the house.
You set me adrift on Memory Bliss. Different song, but okay.
Same beat. Same beat.
Is it? Did they still? I can't
know this much is true. I just got Virginia's volleyball schedule.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A lot of Sunday afternoons. A lot of Sunday afternoon games, Trev. Lots and lots of Sunday. In fact, only Sunday afternoon games.
That does not sound comforting.
A lot of September and October Sundays spent in gyms watching 7-year-old volleyball, not NFL football. It's going to be tough. We're going to deal with it. We're going to be better for this. We're going to make it out on the other side.
Does it go? How long does the season go?
It looks like mid-October.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to.
Yeah. Yeah. Love my kids. Love my kids.
I mean, do you have to be there every game? I mean, can't you be kind of like Jeff Daniels in Shrinking Dad? Can't you be show up on occasion?
I'll be there.
You're such a good dad.
I'll be there. Might spend some games looking phone more than others.
Watching the phone.
But, you know.
Are you going to be the dad that cheers at something you watched on the game on the phone when everybody's being quiet?
Depends on what's happening. Depends on how Jared's playing on that particular afternoon. We'll see. We'll see. Here's the 5 o'clock hour here. Do want to remind you guys, if you've been hurt in an accident or on the job, we know that it can be a scary time, but the Call Your Law Firm, they got a plan to get you out of that hole. They're going to get you the most money for your recovery, then they're going to let you keep the most money for your recovery. That's why their attorney fees start at only 25%. If you go to a big firm, they're going to make you sign a piece of paper that's going to put 40, 45, 50% of your recovery money back into the firm's pocket. The Call Your Law Firm, they got your back, not your wallet. Give them a call today, 502-736-8141, or go online to callyourlawfirm.com, COLYER lawfirm.com. Hurt in an accident or hurt on the job, call your law firm. All right, we got the Gameday Mens Health text line is at 502-414-1450. Let's get to as many of these as we can. Once again, we have backloaded the text line. We're at 243 on the text line, so
not a good sign. By the way, I can't prove. I've been a non-text line texter did want to confirm to me, both Patrick and a buddy, that it was in the original story of Cinderella by the Brothers Grimm that the sisters cut off their toes.
They did?
Yes.
Oh.
Both my man DJ Yates and Patrick Ryan wanted to text it in earlier.
Sure as bleep is not in the Disney version. I can tell you that much. They don't have a cartoon version of Drizella just chopping off a toe.
I always think of Brothers Grimm. I always think of that really bad movie with Matt Damon in it, I think, wasn't it?
I don't remember that. I know some of those old German fairy tales are very bad kids get their legs chopped off by Mr. Scissorman at night and all this stuff.
Well, what's the one, Hansel and Gretel? I mean, they're cooking kids.
Hansel and Gretel's terrifying.
I mean, they're cooking them.
My kids at one point had a very there was one night where they just would not stop asking questions about Hansel and Gretel, and I finally had to be like, I don't know. Like Germans 400 years ago were super weird. They didn't get
didn't really improve over some of that time span.
They had other issues 100 years ago. We like to think that there's been improvements that have been made, but yeah, you'll grow up, you'll read stuff, you'll figure this out on your own. Texter says, "Hey Mike, apologies for the soapbox. I understand your political stance of neutrality on speaking and Trevor's antiquated experience from his childhood. However, I have to make my stance and say that no physical punishment is beneficial for a child's development. Whether an adult has a mistake at work, they are not beaten for it. So how do children learn to fix their mistakes?" Well, I didn't play the stance of neutrality.
You were no spank.
I said I don't spank my kids.
Yeah, I don't know if that's.
All I said was I was spanked as a kid.
And I am pro spank, so.
You just talked to them. I encourage all listening to look up the statistics on spanking for whatever country they deem better off than the U.S. You will see that most of them have outlawed all corporal punishment of children, including inside the home. Go Cards.
Is spanking considered corporal punishment?
I mean, you also saying that you were spanked is not good for the pro-spanking movement.
Like, I don't not getting political, but I know you know who Max Miller is, right?
No.
Okay, politician who has had very bad accusations about spousal and children abuse, and they're not good. And it did blow my mind that I turned on the other day on CNN, and instead of talking about the things they should be talking about in terms of his accusations, they spent 20 minutes talking about his stepdad, calling him evil because he wouldn't give the stuffed bunny back to his daughter. And it was like a 20-minute essay about how he's such a bad person because he withheld the stuffed animal from his daughter. And, of course, my mind the entire time, I'm just thinking, put the bunny back in the box from Con Air. It's like the whole time they're trying to be serious. And I'm like, why didn't you put the bunny back in the box?
We take toys away from kids sometimes.
I know, but
that is it's a threat.
When you're being
sure.
accused of using gunpoint on your wife and breaking a collarbone of your child, but holding a stuffed bunny seems kind of minuscule, right?
Those are worse things.
Yeah,
sure. There's no question about that.
And to the texter, if you don't want to spend, I agree. Listen, you raise your kid the way you want to raise them. That's the benefit. But I wouldn't be like spanking as often as I would when I was being spanked. But in certain situations, I think maybe it can be held.
Crystal Plumber says, I mean, you two work together every day, right? Why don't Trevor just crash at Mike's and ride to work with Mike every day until his car's done? It would take some stress off Trevor's mom, and then y'all could have swim dates all week. It'd be a great way to pay Trevor back for saving Mike's life. I think it's a fantastic idea. First of all, Crystal Plumber not invoking WNBA in any way, shape, or form is the upset of the day.
Well, I think because of what he brought up, you'd rather him bring up the WNBA at this point.
Well, you're not staying in my house.
You won't even tell me where you live.
You know where I live.
I'm just kidding. You did send me pictures when you moved.
You absolutely know where I live.
I have never been to your new house, though.
You can come over. You can't spend the night.
I can't come. Can I come in?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I'm allowed to come in this time.
You absolutely can come in.
I was a little hurt.
You couldn't come in because we all had COVID.
It was 2022.
No, it was 2021.
Still.
I didn't have COVID after 2021.
Also, I'm not going to lie, it does sting a little bit, like the sting in your eyes.
Yeah.
When you're like, I'll get in the water in the lazy river that apparently is like poisoned with chlorine, but you won't come and swim at my above ground pool.
What's for my kids?
Don't be blaming the kids on it. Don't call the kid card for everything.
I love a lazy river, buddy.
Yeah, I've never been
better than a lazy river. Oh, it's wonderful.
I can imagine it would be. It's
just
like
sit
when you're
back
in
and
the
float and move slowly down. You don't have to do anything. It's great. It's great.
You're just in like the inner tube, right?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
That does sound pretty awesome. How long is it?
Depending on where you go. Like the one at Kingdom, it's not that long. Okay. It's like probably
last time I was there,
5-minute ride.
Yeah, I don't think that was available. I mean, I've been in Hurricane Bay.
Probably 10 minutes. Texas Jihad Brown has been at 2 open practices so far. Love to see it. Trey Richardson also went to one of Cal's practices to return the favor, which is super cool. Trey is quickly becoming one of my favorite guys.
Oh, by the way, I can't fit in Mike's car anyway, so it's moot. You've got a car like my mom drives. So.
Well, that one, yeah. You can fit the other one.
Oh, yeah. But that's Mary's car, isn't it? I've never seen you drive anything but the small one.
That's not true. I used to drive the Highlander here every day, but until we started having needs for the kids to do stuff.
Oh, I always just see you in the small one. Okay.
Now I do. First of all, call the car by the right name. The kids call it the fast car, which I love.
What is it?
It's like a 2017 Civic. It's a Civic, yeah. It's a piece of crap, and they're like, we want to ride in the fast car. Because, when you're used to riding in an SUV, you get in a smaller car, it does feel like you're going way faster. And John's just like, fast car, let's go.
My mom's car is a Honda Civic.
So same.
Hers is like a 2012, I think.
Yeah. I like that Jihad and Trey Richardson are forming this relationship. Very, very cool.
I like that too.
Trey seems like an awesome guy. He also posted videos. He's got a kid
And he spent the last days before fall camp taking him to Disney World, which was it was very cool seeing that. He seems like an easy guy to root for. Texter says, why are you giving T-Raw a hard time for having a hangover marathon? Even though it's an extremely overrated comedic film, it's not like he has kids to take care of or a woman to satisfy.
I mean, you could have stopped at the kids part.
Unnecessary the end.
First of all, do you think that is the first one? The first one's good.
I like the first one.
I think it gets the Forrest Gump Titanic label that I said last week, where it's like people love it so much you just get sick. You don't want to like it because it seems contrarian not to like it. You know.
I agree with that.
I think second one,
I saw in theater one of the hardest I've laughed at like a comedy movie from start to finish.
I fell for I didn't like it the first time as much because everyone told me how great it's going to be, and my expectations were way too high.
I can see that.
And I went to like a midnight showing. The second one still makes me chuckle, but it's just a repeat. The third one is not very good.
The second and third one I don't think are very good.
There's chuckle moments, but that's it. I mean, that's about yeah, it's nowhere near as good as the first one. Third one, they don't even have a hangover.
Texture says, is it true that the football team announced today they're bringing back Right Now by Van Halen during third downs for one game only against SMU, with it being performed live by Van Halen with special guest TK playing piano?
Well, Van Halen's dead. So.
I can't believe that summer's almost over and we've not had one what should the third down music be? Like, that's a staple of summer radio around these parts. Give me your third down music suggestions right now.
Well, he's saying right now.
I'm joking. We don't actually that was fine when I first started radio. After doing it for like the third or fourth year in a row, I'm like, okay, we can move past this.
I don't think I ever did that on radio.
Man, well, you did it with me, I'm sure.
Well, maybe, I guess.
Guarantee we had it.
Right now, I like the song by Van Halen.
Texture says, this is Lazard guy. What's up, Lazard guy?
Lazard
I'd kill
guy.
to have Teddy on staff at Louisville. I wish Brian could land a job so he could come in as the QB coach.
Well, can't he do QB and Brian be OC?
Yeah, I'm Brian. Technically, I guess is OC and QB coach both. Which is, let's be real. Jeff's the OC. Like that's Brian knows that. Brian's, I think that's part of the reason why Brian will look for another job very soon. He loves it here, loves having success, but he wants to be a head coach too at some point. And you're going to have to, if we went out there, if we did in Indiana and made the playoff this year, there wouldn't be anybody who's like Brian Brom, brilliant offensive mind, running that offense. Jeff would get all the credit. So, and Brian knows that. I think he wants to be somewhere where he can be out on his own and get all the blame or all the accolades for running an offense. I think that'll happen soon. But yeah, if Brian were to leave at some point, I'd love to have Teddy in here.
So I'm assuming you're aware that like the new college football game has the coaches' names on it.
Okay.
They started that last year, but they have them again this year. And obviously Jeff Brom is your head coach. Brian Brom is your offensive coordinator. I was curious when I was like, well, is it going to be Ivory, I think?
Ivy?
Nope, that's not the coach's, our defensive coordinator's name on the game. It's Fred Hickman. Now, I don't know when Fred Hickman stopped being a CNN studio guy, or if that's just a generic name that had to be just like the funniest combination they could come up with.
He's also dead.
He died?
He died like 5 years ago.
Oh, no. I mean, I grew up with Fred. I mean, I love Fred Hickman.
Well, have you seen there's a Mike Rutherford in the game?
Is it really?
Where Matt McGavick was playing.
I thought that might have been a recruit, though.
He's a player. He's a fake player in the game.
Yeah.
And he was like a 370-pound center. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, I put on a little summer weight. Give me some time to get this off. Yeah, Fred Hickman. I don't know if that came up, but he died like 5 years ago.
I knew I was down in it. I think it was the when I was at the Final Four. Is when I just saw him on like the local news down there.
That's so funny.
And I was like, this is the guy from CNN. But yeah, when I looked at it and said Fred Hickman, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Texture says, it's Podcast Random Thoughts guy.
Hey, Podcast guy.
They may have lost 5-1, but I watched my first live Kilmarnock game yesterday. This is the new bleepy Scottish soccer club because they throw L's to still whiskey, and their biggest claim to fame as a city is the Dick Institute. Now they have the same electrical services.
Okay.
I have no idea what any of this means. They do have Allen Electrical.
I do see that. It's like
Podcast Random Thoughts guys, just all over the place. I don't know.
I'm not sure he's having a stroke. Or...
Yeah, I don't know what that
is. This the team he was? Okay, yeah, I'm confused.
Texas, were there any teams that made the CFP that were not preseason top 25 last year? Well, I mean, I assume James Madison and Tulane both were not preseason top 25, right?
Oh, there's no way. Yeah, I don't know about Tulane. I mean, Tulane, I guess, may have been because they didn't have a good year before, but
they did.
I mean, I can see them maybe being 25, but James Madison, there's no way they were there.
Let's see. So preseason, Miami was 10. I mean, Indiana was 20th.
Well, they remember they went to the playoff the year before.
I know, but I'm saying like they were. You still would have thought they would have been ranked higher, maybe.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Nobody really thought they'd be a second. Didn't they replace Mendoza? Was the first year guy, wasn't he?
Yeah. So A&M was 19th. They made the playoff. Oklahoma, Alabama, I assume were both in the top 25 preseason, right?
I would assume.
Oklahoma was 18th. God, 18, 19, 20, and 21, which was Ole Miss, all made the playoff from the preseason. Alabama was number 8. Oregon was number 7. Georgia was number 5. Clemson being 4 is hilarious. Where was Texas Tech? Were they in the top 25?
I don't think so, no.
Texas Tech was 23rd.
Oh, they were? Okay. So
they were 20.
James Madison was not, by the way.
James Madison was not. Tulane was not either. So besides them, it looks like all of those teams were in the top 25, but like 5 of them were 18 to 23.
And James Madison didn't even break the top 25 until November 8th and 9th.
That's because they lost to us.
I mean, yeah, they spent the entire season unranked until they only get ranked in the last 4 weeks of the season.
Yeah. So, answer your question, yes, but they were the 2 group of 5 members. But if you're saying like, oh, it's hard to make the CFP without being highly touted going into the season, I would counter argument. Teams that were ranked 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, and 23rd all made the playoff last year, which is kind of
and 2 unranked. That's
all right. We got to go fast here. Texas says, how big of a leash does Lincoln get? They never threatened to take Moss out besides those weird packages in the Miami game. Now with maybe legitimate backup options, would Braun pull him quicker? Yes. Yes, no question. People, I think we saw a little bit of it, but everybody was like, oh, why can't we put backups in? The backups sucked. Like, there was just the backups were so much worse than the starter last year. This is the first-time texter.
Cowboy.
Louisville fan, party deck denier, saw a popular poll on Twitter. Would Louisville fans be content with 10 wins? Are Louisville fans living in a substation content with 10 wins? We have 6 wins. This is the same exact point that I made. I'm with you there, too. Am I on Pluto? What are these expectations coming from? I don't know. 10-2, using the word content, I think is ridiculous. Has Keith mentioned anything about, come on, you're not going to get me with that name. I think that's the one that got Roman.
Oh, did it? Oh, come on. I can even see that one coming.
Roman got all the time. I think he was just so worried about reading the text that he just was not paying attention to what they were saying.
I'm close to Anchorman falling for the teleprompter as well, but even I can see that one coming.
Texas, The Middle by Jimmy World has been a hype anthem for me for years. Stop bleep talking.
Wow.
Don't write yourself. Hey, you're really cool and fun. Don't let anybody tell you different. You're the man.
Sounds like a third down song if I've ever heard one.
It just takes some time. Go out and tackle the guy behind the line.
Nice. I like that. That was good.
Texas Trevor, I don't think you actually listened to the Kendrick diss tracks. That man destroyed Jake and kept destroying him for an entire year. Well, there's no way you actually listened to it.
I haven't. I'm just referring to the one song he did at the Super Bowl where he made the pedophile joke.
Texas, 27 days left. I'm definitely gooning. We're in the goon zone, boys.
But I'm sorry, I can't. There's no way he just did anything worse than what Tupac did in that song.
Texas, I can't wait to get my Black Kelsey bobblehead. Get in line. I'll fight you for Black Kelsey. I need that bobblehead. Texas, Briggs Cherry looks like he's from Louisville with his swag and demeanor. I'm hoping he has a long, successful career. When I saw that tattooed arm sleeve on the right arm.
Oh, no, we don't want to talk about tattoos.
Oh, yes.
No.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it, Trev.
No. Didn't we go down this road with Ruben?
He's got it. Texas, we got weights and fish. We got a ball in a hole. Scandal.
What does that mean?
Scandal. You were here for the weights and fish scandal, weren't you?
Oh, yes. I do remember that now.
One of my favorite story of all time.
I completely
We got weights and fish. We got a ball in a hole.
I completely forgot about that. I'm sorry. My bad.
Texas, why do you think Louisville doesn't get very much respect from CFP fans nationally? Because we're not a program that's accomplished much historically compared to the programs that get the respect nationally.
I mean, Indiana just went out, and they still don't get that much respect, really, do they? I mean,
Texas says, didn't TK take a vacation in Illinois recently?
Nope.
Sabbatical.
That was a furlough.
Texter says, tell me the bobblehead. Number 1, Kelsey looks black. Number 2, he has LeBron hair plugs.
His hair looks more natural than LeBron's.
Texter also says, my favorite Al Franken joke. I can't read that.
I didn't see. Oh, I It's kind of funny though, right?
It is kind of funny.
I always think about Franklin. I always picture him as the guy in Trading Places.
I always picture him as Stuart Smalley. That's my guy.
That's because he's in that. I think it's some of his first opening scene is Trading Places.
Text from a good friend of mine that's a football guy, goes to all the open practices in every game. His response when I asked him about the quarterbacks said it's a little mixed. I think we are strong 3 deep. I really like Widner as the backup. Great arm and good size. I think Briggs Cherry will be a starter for us at some point down the road. Big, strong kid with a big arm. Not sure what I think about Keenels. Definitely athletic and can throw on the run. Looks like he's going to be good at all the underneath stuff and in the flats. They just don't throw much deep stuff while I was there. Maybe just installing the offense gradually. I think we've got 3 quarterbacks better than anyone last year for sure.
What's the movie he's texting in about before that? I'm sorry.
I don't know. We don't have enough time to get into it.
From
This is pretty much the read on Keenels from everybody that's out there. Great throwing on the run. Terrific athlete. Intermediate passing game should be fine. Deep ball. We'll see. Texter says, we got weights and fish.
Weights and fish.
Also, are we going to talk about Black Kelsey? We did. Don't worry. You think we were going to go the whole show without talking about Black Kelsey? Of course not. Texas 2006 best football season in school history. Came up just short of reaching the national championship. I was too young to remember that team. But then in 2016, we were ranked as high as 3 before collapsing down the stretch. That team felt like it was the best Louisville team that I'd ever watched, and they simply underachieved. Fast forward to 2026, and I think this is Brahms' team that can compete with the best of Bobby 1.0 and Bobby 2.0. Every 10 years, we've got a chance. Got to seize it this time. 1996, we did not have. 1996 was not the greatest. Now, that wasn't the one-win team, but that was I think we went 5-6.
That was the last of the Snellberger guys being used up by
Cooper.
And then
we did beat
the
UK.
97 team was the 1-10 team.
That was the 1-10 team.
That only beat Illinois. But yeah.
Who went 0-11.
Yep.
5-6, and we were 5-6 in 96. We beat Kentucky by bad. We also, this was the year that Ron Cooper beat Nick Saban in East Lansing.
They forget that we did lose. That was Tony Banks as the quarterback.
One at Michigan State. We were 2-2 with only losses to Penn State and Baylor.
That was when I did radio with Rago, and he was but he would have Tony Banks come on the shows all the time. Him and Tony were buddies.
We won at Tulane. Not a terrible year.
We also did lose to Michigan State and Saban though.
Well, but Cooper was 1-0 against Saban.
Was he? Okay.
Don't forget that.
I thought Cooper lost was 1-1 versus.
Ron Cooper does not lose to Nick Saban. Ron Cooper will rise again. My favorite firing rant of all time. Texas, I'm looking at the game on ESPN app right now, and Louisville has a 60.6% chance to beat NC State on the road. That Twitter account must have accidentally reversed it. That makes more sense.
Well, the reverse would be 6%, wouldn't it?
What?
If it's 60.6, the reverse of that would be 6%.
The reverse of that would be 40.4 or 39.4, which is what it has.
I was just flipping the numbers.
No, 30. So he's right. That makes more sense.
Okay,
we should be favored in that game. Texas says, "What team is your daughter on?" St. Michael's will be bringing the heat. Not sure what team. First practice tonight.
Wow, you're getting trash talked about Little League girls volleyball now.
We are playing St. Michael's. I know that. So we'll see. I know Virginia had practice this afternoon. Still has not gotten a serve over the net, but she's trying real hard.
What position does she play?
Volleyball.
I know that position.
It's 7-year-old volleyball, Trev. They don't have liberos out there or outside hitters. They're just trying to hit serves over the net.
I mean, which one's the spiker and the setter upper?
Trevor's stepdad says, "Mike, if you die, tell Mary to give me a call when she's moved on."
Hey, no, Pop. I'm mad at Papa still about the Hall of Fame thing.
Get in line. Today's a happy National Lazy Day, or for Trevor, just another day on the calendar. It is National Lazy Day.
What's the difference?
Yeah. Lazard guy says, The Hangover is another movie that I went in never seeing the trailer and had the best movie experience of my life.
How did The Hangover so overpopulated before it even came out? How did you not know about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I had heard a lot
they
of it.
They had a lot of hype going into it.
Texas OSU fans pronounce Keenels different than us. Well, we pronounce it the way that he pronounces it, so I'm going with him as the bearer of the best pronunciation of his name.
What's the Ohio accent? I know people from
Keenels. I
have best friends that are born and raised in Columbus, and I don't hear that accent from them.
Look at Bob over there.
That's Boston and Minnesota.
That's how Northern Ohio talks, too. I went to Dayton.
Okay, well, that's Dayton. See, Columbus is South Ohio.
No, it's not.
It's middle. No,
Columbus is beyond Dayton.
Columbus looks at Northern Ohio like Southern Michigan.
I've been to Columbus several times. There's a definite northern accent there, where it's like, look at Bob over there. It's not as thick as Chicago or the Northeast, but there's definitely a thing that Keenals.
It's also weird that Ohio is like seriously Civil War. Like if you live in like Columbus and down,
oh yeah,
you hate Toledo and like anybody above like Columbus is.
It's basically Michigan. Cincinnati's basically Kentucky.
Cleveland might as well be in Michigan. I mean, it's a crazy how divided that state is.
Cleveland does the thing where they're like, Cincinnati's not in Ohio. Cincinnati's part of Kentucky.
Yeah,
that's their big whatever.
Well, there's a state that's so divided like that. Other than that, I mean,
lots of them.
I'm sure.
I mean, we don't exactly get along great with the rest of the state of Kentucky.
Wait a minute, why am I getting an F? I supported the hang.
We gotta get going. We got a pick for tonight. This is brought to you by our guy Chad Hennessy with InsureMax, proudly serving the Louisville area for over 25 years. Call Chad Hennessy and InsureMax today, 502-479-4085.
You have a game, D.
We have the Baha Mar. Oh, South Carolina's playing right now in the Bahamas. Like, nice that you can watch that. Great, fantastic. You mentioned there is a Little League World Series game featuring a Kentucky team.
That's what a texter told me today.
It is 7 o'clock, ESPN, Hamilton, Ohio versus LaGrange, Kentucky. That's basically
I know where
Louisville
Hamilton is.
in the Great Lakes Regional in Whitestown, Indiana. Who wins?
I thought everything was Whitestown, Indiana. Kentucky, KY baby, all the way.
Let's go LaGrange. Bring it home. Go KY boys. Let's make a little League World Series.
There's no Golden LaGrange.
We got to go. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. We're back tomorrow at 2:30. Until then, go Cards.
Careless whisper from a careless man. A neutron dance for a neutron fan. Marionette strings are dangerous things. A thought of all the trouble they bring.
Show was brought to you by United Mechanical. John Burke's United Mechanical is your trusted partner for commercial and industrial HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and refrigeration needs. Call United Mechanical at 502-339-1133. Go Cards.
Hey there, New Albany. This is Mayor Jeff Gahan. It's another year here in our River City, and what better time to show your support for our high school's athletic programs. Whether it's basketball or